Okay, I can't quite tell, but I think things are working. So, hello, my friends, to however many people are out there. Um, we're we're back. We're finally back. Hopefully we haven't had any problems this time. Uh, Bird, Addie, you there?
Work.
Maybe.
Okay.
Hi, Internet.
Oh
The
my.
whole internet?
Yes, every bit of internet.
All of them. They're all watching us right now.
Oh, and me without a stitch of clothing on.
Scandal.
I've only had like 2 sips of beer. We're in for a good night.
Oh, wonderful.
I knew there was something I forgot to pick up on my way home.
It's
Oh,
okay.
my
I'm
mom
gonna
did
feed
me a
you.
favor and brought me one.
Oh, hi, Mom.
She's downstairs now, but she was just like, pick one. And I was like, oh, that one.
I'm starting and will be joining shortly. Though I will have to flee and go, mess with the portal that's summoning dinner. It's about a 40-minute cast time, so.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
Well, I don't know just how well it's going, but apparently I've got something like 43% frame drop.
It looks okay. I'm actually watching you. I have it up so that
Yeah.
in case there's chat.
Oh.
Yeah, I've got it up too, and it looks fine to me.
I mean, it's not like super duper smooth, but it's
No,
fine.
but yeah.
Okay, how about
Like,
now?
it's watchable.
Is it better now?
It's about the same.
Okay. Let me see if
Oh, there it goes. No, that was better.
Yeah, it took a second in, but
Took a
yeah, no,
second.
now it's way better now.
Okay.
I have it muted. We're on, but it's on about a 5-second delay.
I'm gonna switch it to full screen and just see if that makes any difference.
Oh, he yielded. He's a candy ass. Where are you? There you are.
Ooh. There we go.
Yay, I have friends.
Y'all both have backup singers.
Don't trust the skull.
Don't trust the skull. What difficulty do we want to carouse around on?
I think we were doing okay last time, weren't we?
Yes, and I haven't played since then, so.
That's true. I mean, I don't really remember shit, so.
Oh, hi JT. It's good to see you. Apparently things don't go too well with YouTube, but Mixer seems to be doing fine. Okay, fantastic.
Hi, JT. I don't think I know you, but hi.
JT is one of my fearless moderators on my Homestuck Discord server.
Gotcha. Hi, friend.
Hello.
I don't read the thing, but I respect the thing, but it's not my thing.
I definitely understand that.
Okay, while this is loading, I'm gonna go and mess with dinner. Hold on.
Yes, this dinner seems to be it's one that requires a lot of fussing over. It's, oh, geez, I can't even remember which episode it is from American Gods, but, when you finally get to see, Anubis show up, and, oh, what is the lady's name that he meets?
What do you mean? Like, sorry, I didn't follow like the first half of that, so I heard American Gods, and that's about when I tuned in.
Oh, okay, okay. So, every week, whenever American Gods was coming out, Birdie would make a particular dish that went along with it, and this one, I think I just heard her hop back on. Birdie, what's the story behind this dish again?
Oh. She faked you out.
Oh, no, she was talking to Siri.
Sorry, I was talking to Siri. What was the question?
Tell us a little bit about the dish you're doing.
Oh, Oh, hey, it's Kitty Cat. Aster Cat's here.
Oh, hi.
So the dish I'm making is, if anybody's a fan of American Gods, there's a scene, I believe it is in episode 4. This is sort of a spoiler, but not really. It's not necessarily anything plot related, but if you don't want anything spoiled for you, you know, bucket on head, bang with spoon. This older woman, she's Egyptian, her name is Mrs. Fadil. She is preparing dinner for her family, and she ends up slipping and falling and dying. And she is visited by Anubis because her grandmother kept to the old ways, and sort of in her heart of hearts, so did she. And the dish she was making, she says, you know, my family's not going to eat it. It's going to go to waste. And so she actually lets Anubis taste it. And he says that it's perfect, and she smiles, and then he takes her off to the afterlife, and everyone cries forever.
Oh.
And it's just a little snippet. It's a little flavor thing that they put in. That's actually not in the book. I think that one is fully Brian Fuller's brainchild. Blessings be upon him. But anyway, the food stylist for the show, Janice Poon, put she does recipes for all of the shows that she's done, Hannibal included, but she did Mrs. Fadil's chicken, and it really is fit for the gods. It is quite good. I forget what it is. I think it's Janice Poon at Blogspot, but if you Google for her, you'll find her blog very easily, and it's an awesome recipe.
Also, if you're a Twitter person, what is her handle on there? Is it at...
Is she feeding Hannibal, or is she Janice Poon?
I thought it was feeding Hannibal.
I think she's at feeding Hannibal, or something similar. She's so funny. She is not what you would picture for the kind of person that would be making food on the Hannibal show. Not even a little bit.
Yeah, no, she's like peppy and adorable and small.
Yeah, and tiny. I just would kill to meet her.
And she just seems like she enjoys it so much. So it's like, that just always makes it that much more appealing to me when you can see somebody really loves what they do. And,
agreed.
You know, like, it just kind of, it attracts me more to the thing when someone's enthusiastic about the thing, you know?
Agreed. 110%. I'm such a sucker. I'm a sucker for that, and I'm a sucker for ensemble casts that obviously love each other.
Yeah, that too. The fact that, like, you can see that they all still kind of talk and, you know, give each other a hard time or whatever, and that kind of stuff. Like,
yep.
Yeah, it's nice.
Oh, Aster Cat said she missed her hello and welcome because her phone borked. So, hi again, Kitty Cat. It's good to see you.
Hello. So, guess who we get to kill in this particular round of bounties?
Who is it?
Well, if we decide to stay here in Act 2, it's Belial.
Belial! Otherwise known as Assface. Him and Kadala should totally fucking get together, eh? They can be assholes together.
Yeah. Poor Kadala. She can't help it.
Yeah, she can. She has that shit in her pocket somewhere.
You're not bitter, are you?
Never. No, me?
Okay, I'm good to go whenever y'all are. I gotta remember how to fucking play this game.
Right? Every time.
I've been playing Stardew Valley, and I, like, put my hand down and was just like, yeah, your hand doesn't go there.
In the mornings when I kind of sneak on at work, and I'm like, oh, someone's playing a game. Oh, it's Stardew Valley.
Oh, it's probably Birdie.
I still haven't actually played that game.
Oh, it's so good, but it's such a time sink. Get it, break it out when you're, like, sick with the flu for, like, a week. That's when to play that game.
No, because then I still won't get my soul back. I already have Animal Crossing on my DS, so...
Oh, this is like Animal Crossing, but worse. Like, Animal Crossing, you eventually will quit playing at some point in the day because you run out of shit to do. This, like, it's unending, and I don't know why I'm back playing it, except that I've decided that I've decided I wanted to see a romance arc. I'm romancing Elliot.
Why don't we just go kill Belial right now and get it over with?
Yeah, let's do it.
Like ripping off a band-aid.
Exactly. Might as well.
Oh,
and I have to remember what the fuck I'm doing.
How do I play this thing?
Well, yeah, because it's like, I mean, I'm used to my other build still. Like, I haven't really adjusted to the fact that I'm trying a new build with this character.
Oh my god, walking over gold and you pick it up. Walking over gold and you pick it up, it's so wonderful.
Yeah. It just goes on its own.
I'm currently playing Diablo 2, and I'm just like, what the fuck is this? Why doesn't the gold actually automatically pick up?
Yeah. I keep meaning to like get in and play it, but it's been a rough couple of weeks, so
Same.
Yeah.
This is much more cathartic. Like you have to think, if you can imagine it, you have to think even less to play this game.
Oh yeah, no, this one's definitely... I mean, I know some people don't like that aspect of this game, but for me, it's perfect. If I don't have to think too hard, you know, then that's like, you know, it's got the reward centers in my brain flashing. I see the pretty colors, I feel satisfied by exploding things. That's what I want. If I want to think, I play my single-player games, like Mass Effect. Which I finally finished Andromeda.
Oh, please don't say anything. I haven't done it yet.
Oh no, I won't. I will say that they obviously did a much better job with post-game stuff than they did previously.
Oh,
like,
good.
Meaning that you feel like you're gonna want more of the story, but you don't feel like you need more DLC just to like feel like you got anything out of finishing certain things, you know what I mean? Like in the third Mass Effect, like from the original series, like they needed to do that DLC where you could like hang around with all your teammates and stuff, because it's like it was sort of a mad dash just to the end of the game, and that was it, right?
Yeah.
So with this one, it's like they included that already, where you do get to spend some time with the characters after you finish like kind of the main story there. So even though they do leave hints for more, and actually some pretty awesome hints for more things, it's just you could still kind of be satisfied with that for now, at least, you know?
That's good. Yeah, that was one of my problems with Mass Effect. Well, and I had some problems with Andromeda just because it was like, at least it seems like the whole, you know, congratulations, you're Space Jesus was a little contrived in this one. And I liked it. I eventually kind of got over it, but yeah, I had problems with Space Jesus.
Oh, it didn't feel as bad to me as it did with Shepard, actually, because, like, first of all, you don't start out that way, and the other thing is that you're actually, like, you're not the only Pathfinder. So, it's just...
we haven't gotten to where we find the other Pathfinder.
Ah, okay. Because, yeah, you do actually meet up with the other one. Well, potentially you meet up with the other ones. It depends on, you know, how things go or whatever.
Oh,
but, the point being that, like, you do end up actually having sort of like a meeting with them all, and it's not just you making all these decisions on your own. So, like, obviously you are kind of running a little bit of the show because you were the first one to come out of all that craziness, but there does, to me at least, it does feel like there's some sort of, how would I put it, like, not accountability, like, meaning, like, I don't think that accountability is the right word, but sort of, you're not, your character isn't the only one that everyone's depending on, and you do get that feeling.
Dang it.
If that makes sense.
Yes.
Oh jeez, I didn't see that you were dead. Hang on.
It's okay, I can't talk and do things at the same time, obviously. So...
I have a hard time keeping up with conversations. I especially whenever it's all of us in our squad together. I usually don't talk as much as anyone else. So
I just don't shut up, so that's like the main thing. It's you're probably noticing that I'm a little more trailing offy because I'm trying to also not die, which obviously didn't work out for me so well. But you know,
do you do the fun thing where you like quit talking midway through a sentence?
Oh God, all the time. And sometimes I straight up it's because I like lost where I was in my brain, and I'm kind of like. Wait, what?
Yep. Duck can attest. I do that all the time. I'm so bad about that.
Yeah, my husband loves it.
But there was one point, like you were trying to tell me something really important, and the thing of it was, and I'm like, what is it? What is it?
What is it? Woman, talk.
Nothing.
I mean, we understand that there is no judgment. It's just every now and then brains.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Brains are fun.
Astercuts and squad goals.
What, to like have shitty brain processing?
I'm just like.
I've just come to the conclusion no one has good brain processing. I've yet to meet somebody that does.
Yeah.
Because if they're good at one thing, they probably suck ass at something else.
Yeah, that's fair.
You just gotta. They probably just learned to avoid the thing that they suck.
I just fake it till I make it, basically, and most of the time I'm not making it, so.
People ask me how I stage manage, and yeah, poke it till it works is
Yeah.
about. I have a certain willingness to fuck up, is what I tell. Is what I tell
Yes,
people.
yeah, no, you have to. So it's like, I mean, otherwise you're just gonna end up cracking under the amount of mistakes, right? Like,
Yeah.
'cause mistakes are gonna happen regardless. Even if you do know what you're doing, you're gonna fuck up every once in a while.
Same in IT. Like, okay, I have this thing that I have to do, and I have never done it before, which is like 85% of my job. And they're
Google
like,
it.
Well,
Google.
Yeah, Google. It's like, well, you've got to do it, and you're the one to do it, so go ahead and do it. I'm like, all right, well, if I don't do it, I'm gonna fuck up, so I might as well give it a shot, and who knows, I might be right. And, you know,
I'm gonna call him a goblin.
I've been rolling
say.
nat 20s for a good while lately, and I'm really happy about that.
Your skill check's
Nice.
higher than you think it is.
Yeah, that's my main problem. I don't know how high my skill check is.
It's higher than you think it is.
No, what I love is, today I find out that I made a mistake way back in January on payroll, which, I mean, keep in mind, I'm an accounting, like, bookkeeper type person, accounting clerk, whatever. I didn't actually go to school for that, like, I have no fucking clue what I'm doing. So it's just whatever I was trained on is what I do, and, like, mistakes, basically, I learn as I make mistakes. Like, when they were training me on payroll, the person training me isn't really... She doesn't enjoy the process of training.
Ow.
So...
Oh no, you died.
She basically asked me if I wanted, like, proper training or if I would do trial by fire, and I'd learn better by trial by fire, so...
Yeah, same.
So I did that, but, you know, so I'm finding out about this mistake, and, like... The thing that bugs me is that then she's like, well, you have to pay attention to this stuff. Like, you need to know to look at all these things. And I'm like, I literally didn't even know that this was, like, I had no concept that how I did it would have been wrong. I had no idea that it was different than this other thing. So it's like, I'm like, yes, now that I see this, I will never make this error again. But you telling me I need to watch for it in that condescending tone, like...
Like, welcome to trial by fire. This is what you, when you gave me that option, this is what you're asking for.
Yeah, and it's like, if you, that was a year ago, pretty much, you know, it's like, if that's something that I should have been watching for, that's something she should have said to me then. So, and I'm not saying that, you know, like, I'm owning my mistake, obviously I made the mistake, and it's something that I'm gonna fix or whatever, it's not a big deal to fix, it's not like I, you know, like, shorted or overpaid or anything. But basically, I'm just kind of like, how was I supposed to know if I, like, literally have no clue what I'm doing?
Yeah, same. I mean, there's so much stuff with stage management that's that way. Okay, I'm gonna trail behind for just a second. I gotta go mess with dinner.
Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah, my thing is, give me the chance to screw up at least once. Like, don't expect me to go into it and know absolutely everything. Unless I have a Google. If I can Google, then I should be able to do halfway decently.
Yeah. And that's definitely it for me as well, that I'm kind of like, I need to be allowed to make the mistake, because if I make the mistake, that teaches me better than just trying to get me to, like, say, read a pamphlet or something. Like,
right?
Here's a training book. Okay, but I zoned out like 3 times in the first 5 words, so just throw me at it, see what happens.
Yeah, I always have that, like, I get when something's like, okay, here's a computer problem, and, well, okay, for instance, there's a document that has a whole bunch of stuff that's wrong with a computer, and like, okay, here's the document, go forth. Okay, that I can do, but when it's something like, I need you to configure this, like, okay, how do you want me to configure it? Well, just configure it. Like, no. How do you want me to configure it? If you're not going to tell me how, I'm going to go with my gut feeling, and it's probably going to be wrong because it's written down somewhere that I don't have access to.
Yeah, what I've gotten is like, okay, make a spreadsheet to start tracking this. Okay, I can do that, but like, how do you want me to lay out this spreadsheet? Like, what specific things am I tracking, and how do you want to see it visually? Like, right now I'm looking at people that have used a sick day directly before or after a vacation day. And I'm kind of like, okay, so should I do this day by day or week by week? Like, how do you want to be able to see this? And also, do you want me to show you for every single payroll, like tab by tab, or do you want like a summary page or what? Like, I mean, you know, there's a number of different things I can do with it. So, you know, and it's just kind of like, oh, I don't know, figure it out. Okay.
Well, don't scream at me later, and definitely don't make me rehash all the data.
Yeah.
One of my programmer friends was telling me about a project that he was working on that, like, okay, so they and he gave a really great analogy for it. He said, okay, they asked for a car, and that's all they asked for. And so we gave them, you know, just offhand, like a 2015 Toyota Corolla, and they're like, no, the color's wrong, the seating is wrong, the make is wrong, the model is wrong, the year is wrong. Like, well, you didn't tell me what you wanted.
Yeah. You can't just give, like, you know, a general outline scribble and then expect a fucking masterpiece to come from it, right? Like, it's... If you're asking for something, you need to tell me what the fuck it is you want. But people expect, I guess, that we're going to be mind reading.
Is not one of them.
Yeah.
There is not enough coffee in the universe for mind reading. There's also not enough alcohol in the universe for mind reading.
I can try.
There's not enough Drano in the world for mind reading. Astrocat said, "I'm perfect. Speak for yourself." You are, darling. You so are. You're made of magic and sunshine, and your Facebook makes me laugh every single day.
Uh-oh.
Ow.
Don't stand in stupid.
Don't stand in stupid. I'm sorry, that's like the greatest.
I can't help it. I'm so used to playing a Crusader.
And you're just kind of like, oh, yeah, it's warm. Warms my toes.
I know this. I know what to expect in this.
This is fine.
This is fine.
Yep. But everything was, in fact, not fine.
Wow.
Oh, apparently we did stuff.
Yeah. Yay, stuff. Let's go find some more red bars.
Oh yeah, where are we going?
See the cursed? Who is that? Oh, right, I'm supposed to follow Addie.
You don't have to. I've just, you
She's
know.
wise and knows all.
We're so used to it, really.
I'm looking for the resplendent chest, so.
Ah.
There it is. I need the golds. And I need to go back to town and get rid of shit. Oops.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's a good idea.
Apparently there's a limit to how many things a person can carry. Who knew?
It's ridiculous.
See, is any of this good? Okay,
Sounds
that's
fake.
good. Oh.
Okay, that sounds fake, but okay.
Cool motive, still murder.
Cool motive,
Yep.
still murder.
Which pretty much always makes me think of Hannibal now.
Right? I did finally watch that show, though.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Yes.
Jake is like... I feel him on a deep level. Yeah.
I feel him and Rosa in the depths
Yes.
of my... Oh, we did actually
Oh,
get
I love
into it.
Rosa so much.
For those who don't know what we're talking about, we are referring to Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
How do people not know? Oh my god.
I only just recently watched it, and I actually watched it for the same reason I finally gave in and watched Hannibal, which was I need to know the context for the GIF, and I wanted to know the context for the GIF, cool motive, still murder.
Uh-huh.
And just like I wanted to know the backstory on Devil at the Bridge Table.
Yeah, the reason I started watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine was also because I wanted to know the context of a GIF, but in my case it was the one where Jake is playing the guitar and just starts screaming.
Oh yeah.
Because I was just like, oh my god, that is amazing. Like, that right there is pretty much... That's my humor.
And then
Not
also
necessarily that
what's
it's something
going
that I
on
would come up with something
continually
like that,
inside
but that's like... Yeah. That's the kind of humor that speaks to me, I guess would be the better way of putting that.
Which one, Kat? Are you referring to Hannibal or Brooklyn Nine-Nine when you're asking?
In Canada, both of them are on Netflix.
Oh, nice.
I'm gonna die because I can't
You're
move.
being polite.
I giggled.
Oh, shit.
Oh, there's another goblin.
Oh, God. Ow.
Stop
Ow.
dying.
Oh my god, stop dying and help me with the freaking goblin, dude.
Oh,
dude,
shit,
dude,
there's a goblin.
Yeah.
We're so good at
Oh,
this.
no, it's a snake.
There, I just
Go
flung
back,
all
go
of
back,
my
go back, go
dudes
back,
in it.
go back.
Is it still... Okay.
Nope, you got him. Yay, I bathed in blood shards.
Yay, I got a ring.
Ow.
Ow.
For anyone who's watching, we're not good at this game. Well, Addie's good at this game. The rest of us are kind of screw-offs. Oh, I made a friend.
You think you're in the right place, huh? Danger noodles are adorable. We have them in our backyard everywhere.
Oh, it's Arcane. Hey, what's up?
Oh, hi.
Guys, my children.
Thank you, JT. That's going to make me feel much better about Saturday. Oh, okay, so for those of you who don't
I'm
know...
awesome at games. Shut up, dude. Come on now.
Oh no, I said accepting Addie. We both suck at this game.
Oh, I don't actually. No, I'm not. I'm terrible.
Yeah, how high is your Paragon level now? In the 700s, I think?
Possibly. No, what you should do is open up our what's it called, clan thing, and show who has the highest achievement points.
Oh, yeah.
Those are like real validation points.
Oh, are we dick measuring?
My peen is the longest.
Where
Just press N on the keyboard.
Ah,
N.
there we go. Okay. Yeah.
I'm beating Charlie by 10. Okay, we're good at this.
Oh my god. I love my rank.
What's your rank?
Little dragon.
Oh, little dragon and I'm the Raven Stag.
That's adorable.
Okay, click.
I just
move.
arbitrarily
Stop
called
it.
them all Hannibal things. Oh.
Okay, where we go? Oh, right. Go to the place where I can't freaking see.
Oh dear.
Little do you know is that butt touching is mandatory.
Right?
I'm okay with this.
It's all in honor of how glorious Hugh Dancy's butt is.
Yeah, that's fair.
I just like seeing the big numbers go higher. That means I'm winning.
We throw the numbers
that's
to
the
make more
damage.
numbers and
That's me getting damaged. That's a lot of numbers.
oh shit.
Eek!
Well, then we're just gonna all be falling asleep.
Eek!
We're having a little trouble in the 5th green here. Could people be quieter? I'd like to hear the grass grow.
Not playing golf.
It's like playing EVE Online.
Oh god!
No, thank you, evil. Okay, let's go check on dinner again.
Oh,
Sorry, guys.
okay, so I do have to share this. I did pick up Elite Dangerous for my computer because I've heard so many good things about it and I wanted to try it with this new kick-ass computer that I have. And sure, you're flying around and you get to take jobs and shoot bad guys and deliver stuff and everything. It's really cool. Well, you can also upgrade your ship, and one of the upgrades is a module that allows you to automatically dock, which I absolutely love because I'm absolute shit at docking. When you hit the automatic docking, it starts playing. Like, I swear, I think they grabbed the entire soundtrack to 2001: A Space Odyssey and put it in the game.
Oh my god.
So it's like I'm going to auto dock now.
Thank you. Somebody said it. I was like, fuck. Bird's not here, so she's not gonna say anything about docking for me. But then somebody else did. So now I'm happy.
Oh, it's JT. Thank you.
Because I'm just like, hey, it's docking.
We were
Because I'm
all
an adult.
we were all collectively 5 years old.
Yeah. So many daddies.
If we had any more, we'd be playing BioShock.
Or Dream Daddy.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, I hear a lot of people talk about it, how incredibly great it is, and I'm seeing stuff on Tumblr about it too, and I mean, I get it, but I don't get it, if that makes any sense.
Yes.
What are we not getting?
Docking and daddies, something like that. I don't know. I lost track.
Dream Daddy.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah. I very, very rarely and occasionally can read Daddy Kink, but it's... I have to...
Well, I resent so much that my most popular fic is the fucking Daddy Kink fic that I wrote for Just Fuck Me Up last year.
Oh god! But of
Because
course
people
it
are
is,
like-
'cause porn sells.
Uh-huh. And it's, of course, the porn that I don't really care for. And I keep getting people, like, even now, I'll get messages or comments or something like, oh, can you write a sequel to that one? And I'm just like,
It's gonna be like me with the snipple clamp thing. I'm like, I don't really, I'm not really actually into that.
But I mean, like, most of the stuff I write about isn't necessarily stuff that I'm into so much as like as far as like anagrams, so much as stuff that I'm interested in exploring within the context of their particular relationship.
Oh right, yeah, exactly.
Like, yeah, because I mean, there's a lot of stuff that I've written or read that I would never in a million years even remotely approach in real life, but that I'm just kind of like, yes, I want all of it when I'm reading it or writing it, because yeah.
Yeah.
Dad jokes are the best jokes.
Okay, how is a blue belt actually better than a gold one? I don't understand.
Because your loot drops are crap.
It is pretty impressive. Like, when I first started playing with you guys and you were saying that, like, Duck has really shitty drops and stuff, I was like, that can't be true. It's just, you know, like, it's RNG, right? Like, it's just...
No, it's totally true.
Bad luck. And I'm like, no, you really, it's really terrible for you. I'm sorry, but yeah.
Oh well.
Have some beer.
I would, but we don't have any.
There's none in this house? I mean,
No.
I can't drink it right now, but...
We don't have any.
That is a sad, sad thing. One of the many benefits to having moved in with my mother is regular access to booze. Because she makes sure there's always booze in the house.
Yeah, that would be the same as living with my father, because, yeah, tequila and margaritas always.
Oh yeah.
He makes the best margaritas.
And he likes getting me drunk.
Very often.
He's like, I want to be I want to make bad decisions, and I can do this not by myself. Apparently there's safety in numbers.
Absolutely. Especially when you're making bad decisions. Then you have, like, plausible deniability or something. Drunk logic.
Well, the problem is, Birdie's dad is like 6 foot a lot, and I'm not. And
Yeah.
so it would take...
And you also have a low alcohol tolerance anyway.
Yeah.
I can drink you into the table.
Yeah.
Mine is pretty low nowadays because I definitely don't drink the way I did back when I was like 20-something. But I prefer to be a cheap drunk because, you know, it's cheaper.
I'm a cheap drunk, but only because I order high gravity beer.
That's fair.
Because Belgian beer is my weakness.
Yeah,
I have some sort of Bavarian beer right now.
I want beer.
It's pretty good though. I'm not really like a huge fan of beer, but this one's like really easy to drink.
JT, the problem is, we're in the South. When there's a lot of people together who have a lot of alcohol, there's usually someone in the vicinity that goes, hold my beer and watch this. And then the ambulance is called.
Well, and also usually in the South, if there's a lot of beer, it always involves sporting events, which means you have to be around the sports ball.
Ugh.
Hi, friend.
Oh wow, we have someone from YouTube on here. Hello.
Hi, friend.
You're coming to us from Australia. Wow.
It's cold down there, right?
I wish. I just want to be cold again.
That's not actually been that bad, you know. Climate change is a bitch, but it's actually worked in our favor this year.
Yeah, we just had a lot of rain.
We need more rain. We had a bunch of it, but then we've had long stretches without. So it's kind of like...
Have some of ours.
I'll take it.
Seriously.
Oh, Arcane read my nipple clamp porn.
The world is safe. You have finished.
It was good times.
It's nice to be useful.
So
I still need to go and read yours. I was gonna read it when I was at work today, but I had to do actual work.
Lame.
I know, right? They don't understand that that's when I do all of my porn reading.
How rude.
So, oh my god. Look who's in the channel.
Ruby!
Hi!
Hi, Ruby! So Ruby is a friend of ours. We met her at DragonCon when she used to sing with the group Pandora Celtica, and she makes amazing tea, and everybody should go follow her. You'll notice that she does the thing with the thing. Everyone should go follow her.
I don't know, she looks shifty.
She's very shifty, but that's the best. We're not shifty. Come on.
Shh.
Oh wow.
I have to do to Ruby what she always does to me. Hi, honey.
Yes, Ruby. We are most definitely going to be hosting for a good while.
Oh, we get a host.
I
You're the best, love.
I don't think I've ever been hosted before.
She'll be gentle.
But okay, okay.
And the duck is broken.
Yep, broken again. So, okay, so Addie, I have a question for you. And this is because I get I know I experience this, and I know Birdie experiences this. Whenever you have whenever you have a new reader, yay! Thank you for the hosting, Ruby. Whenever you've had a new reader come across all of your stuff, do you just find, like, you get notification, like just a wall of notifications of, wow, this one person decided to read everything?
Oh yeah. It's one of my favorite things is to like go into my Gmail and see that I've gotten like and kudos on every fucking fic by one person, and I'm just like, that is one of the most like, it's so nice to know that one person liked one of your stories so much that they decided to look up another one, and then obviously they liked that one well enough to keep going, and it's like when they start going through your whole library, you're like, I'm awesome. Somebody likes me. I did good.
Like, yeah, it's like the greatest feeling.
It's absolutely, like, I mean, obviously, there's all sorts of things that make you feel amazing when it comes to, like, any kind of reader feedback, whether it be, like, reblogs or getting notes or kudos or whatever. But it's, like, there's something definitely unique for me about seeing that compared to even getting comments or whatever. Like, I mean, I love the big, long, thoughtful comments. I love the flaily comments. But knowing that just somebody sat there and freaking read everything in like a day.
especially when they get on mine and go for I see that they read everything in the day and they ended with either Widow's Walk or Whither Must I Wander. And I'm just like, those are, you know, I think 25K and 50 something K respectively.
Yeah.
And, like, you actually read all of that, and I know it was in one sitting.
Yeah, I have the same thing happen to me every so often on my Homestuck blog, because I think I've got something like over 1,300 posts of just live blogging and reading and everything, and so every so often, whenever I get a new reader, and I see them like the very first post. Oh boy, this is going to be a while. I had one do that last weekend, and they went through and liked every single post. They were liking for like a day and a half. It was amazing.
Yeah, and by the way, even a comment that just says nice is freaking great. Like, I'm sure it's been said a million times, and pretty much anyone would agree that has, you know, written fic or whatever, that it's like, just that somebody took the second to say nice, you know, it's kind of like, they wanted you to know they liked it, you know? So, I just, yeah. It keeps me young. It clears my skin.
Let's see. The person that is on YouTube, am I allowed to use your name in referencing you? Because that's I use Restream.io to filter, well, not filter, but combine all of the chats into one. Our primary is Twitch, but I've just decided to branch out tonight just to see how things go. So is it okay for me to reference you instead of just saying, "Oh, person on YouTube"? Because I have, you brought up something and I want to bring it up because it is important. In the meantime, where are we going?
I think Birdie walked away or something, right?
I'm here. I'm back.
Oh, you are? Okay. So...
Astrakat said, I'm trying to comment more, but usually it's just nice. And I feel that because most of the... I'm one of those fic readers that I'll be real square. Most of the fic I read is explicit. And I'm just like, how do I, like, tell you that I love what you're doing without just sounding completely gross and creepy?
Just say very, very sexy 11 out of 10 would... No, that's too gross.
Well, I mean, and the worst is it's like,
you can end there. You can end there.
yeah, just end there. Like the worst is especially for like someone like Amangara or one of those where it's like, okay, like not only is this amazing and sexy, but like this actually really speaks to me on a deep level that I'm sure you probably don't want to hear about from a complete total stranger.
But at the same time, like, if I think from my point of view, like, if somebody gave me a comment like that where they kind of went into a little more detail or whatever, I think, like, it wouldn't bother me. Like, I'd be kind of... I feel like...
Right, same. Like, I wouldn't mind at all.
Yeah.
But it's just the fact that it's like me doing it is something completely different.
Yeah, no, I definitely understand that too.
You know, because I fangirl her pretty hard. Like, she's somebody that I would have trouble speaking with in person because just be like, I don't know what to say to you.
It's hard not to get like fan goggles with certain writers because they're just so prolific in the fandom and they've been around for a while, and there's a few that just they definitely have like a command of writing as a craft, kind of, that it makes you feel lucky that they even care enough to write in the fandom that you're interested in.
Oh shit!
You know?
Ow!
Like,
the name of this boss. Oh my god.
Meldheron Darkshade?
Oh, I've also got Alucard over here.
It's Alucard.
Do they have a live journal?
Right.
I say that as someone who you could probably still get into his live journal. Okay.
Just use Archer quotes. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Jacking it.
Do you want ants?
Your fic made me jack it 20 times.
Okay, so, Steven over on, YouTube had mentioned something about having stuff on fanfiction.net and should transfer stuff over to AO3. Yes!
I do, and it's never gonna happen.
Fanfiction.net is the place that we leave our 12-year-old fanfics.
Exactly.
Like, we were 12 when we wrote them. So no.
So I still absolutely... Oh, I died. I still, like, I want to go back and reread the stuff that you've got on fanfiction.net, Bird, because...
Oh, don't do it! It's so bad! There's one thing that I'm, like, mildly proud of, and I go back and read it and it just hurts. It makes everything hurt.
See, I like it because of the twist at the very end is really cool.
Yeah, that's the one part that I like about it, is I managed to do a really cool twist at the end.
But there are legal reasons to move your stuff from fanfiction.net to AO3.
Oh yeah, no, FFnet is terrible. Terrible. That's one of the reasons I stopped even going there. Like, I feel kind of bad for the people that, you know, are posting their fics there still, but I'm like, nope, I'm pretty much exclusively reading on AO3. Like, there's just...
Yeah, unless it's just like the archive there and that's the only place to find it. Yeah, I don't ever go there. Because there's a few that are that way that are just old fics.
Yeah.
Addie, you'll laugh that like I actually fangirled over you because I was like, oh my god, Silent Hill fanfiction, oh my god. Oh my god, Silent Hill and Hannibal. Oh my god.
Yeah, I still have to get back to that. But at least I fucking wrote something for the bottom Hannibal stuff, so, you know, like,
proud of
maybe
you.
that's a sign. I'm proud of myself. I actually, like, sat down and just did it. And it was like...
That's what it takes. That's what it took for me to do. I'm gonna do, I know they're gonna do Eat the Rare again soon.
Yeah. That's, like, one of the events that I just have so no interest in. Like,
Eat the Rare.
it's great that, you know, yeah, I just, like I've talked to you guys about my ADHD before. It tends to come up because I just don't shut up, so, you know, whatever. But, one of my things is the hyper-focus, and when I get, like, really into something, then, you know, that's sort of, A, one of the only things I will talk about because it's my primary interest, and B, within that hyper-focus, I tend to have a very distinctive focus, and in this case, I pretty much only care about Hanagram. Like, I don't care about any other iteration. Like, I don't want to see Will with anyone else. I don't want to see Hannibal with anyone else. I don't want to see, like, Hugh Dancy and Mads Mikkelsen other characters. Like, I have, like, kind of negative interest in a lot of it. Like, you know, people have tried to get me to read their stuff, and I'm just kind of like, I can't. I glaze over. It's just my brain shuts down and I check out because I just have so little interest in it. So it's like, you know, it's not personal. It's not that I don't want to, you know, support somebody to read it or whatever. It's just I can't. I don't.
No, I feel that.
You know?
I feel that 10,000%. I really do.
Yeah. So it's one of those events that I'm like really happy that, you know, something like that exists, because obviously there is a place for the rare pairs as well, and I know that sometimes.
Well, especially
people...
they just don't in Hannibal. They just don't get the love that they do in like a show like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., say.
Yeah,
where...
there are definitely other shows in general where you see a lot more like kind of spread out focus with the characters, but with the Hannibal fandom, it's definitely more funneled into the main two there. But there is a place for the other ones at least, so it's definitely nice that they have an event for that, because it motivates people to look at it if it's something that they are we still just wandering around blindly and we're done? Yeah
we're done with this one.
Yeah,
I have I'm doing I actually apparently was officially the one to name the pairing of Beverly Cats and Will Graham, and I named it Cats and Dogs.
Yeah, I have seen that.
Oh wow, I didn't know that you were the one responsible for the hashtag.
I actually was the first one to write fanfic for that pairing.
Oh wow.
There were a few people that did like past things, like
yeah.
It was an old relationship, but I think I was the first. I was at least the first on AO3. Maybe somebody was doing it on Tumblr. Yeah, I did. So I named it Cats and Dogs, and
I do like the ship name. I think it suits them.
But I'm gonna do that one because I've got one more with that before Will goes to jail, and you can't do that anymore because it's in canon.
Yeah.
And then I guess I'm gonna wait till we Eat the Rare next year to do it's gonna be Hannibal Bev, because I have to dismount with that for that series, because she actually says the line, "You're the new Will Graham." I was like, I've got to do it. I just got it because I'm horrible.
Yes, Kat, that was her.
Yes.
We'll never be over it.
Still not over it. I am still not over the death of Beverly Cats. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, no, it's she was one of my favorite characters, and it's I mean, I know that they brought her on with the intention of killing her up in the first season.
And they didn't.
So,
we got her for a little longer.
Yeah, so I mean, like, I'm definitely glad that we were able to get her a little bit longer, but I'm just kind of like, as much as I like Zeller and Price, why couldn't we have sacrificed one of them?
Yeah,
right.
like really, it's not just that Beverly Cats was awesome. It's that, could they have not sacrificed a woman? I mean, really.
Not only that, but it's the fact that, like, out of the three people of Team Sassy Science, like, she was the one that was the closest to Will, you know what I mean? Like, she was the closest to understanding him in a way that could have been healthy compared to, you know, Hannibal understanding him the way he did. Like, one of the things I really loved about Bev and Will's interactions in the show is the fact that, like, she's able to approach him in ways that you can visibly see, like, with the way that they interact with each other. You know, Will's more comfortable around her. He's like, he doesn't necessarily totally let his guard down, but she kind of sees past it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, she's able to appeal to him on his level, I guess. Like, you know, instead of somebody like Jack who gets all in his space and, like, kind of talks at him and over him, but not really to him. While, you know, not to infantilize Will at all, but it's like, you know, it's the parallel of, like, getting down to a child's level when you're trying to actually interact with a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, play beside them and not just give them a toy and stare down at them kind of thing. I don't know how else to put it because, you know, brain, but...
No, I'm totally
You got me,
with
right?
there. Yeah. Steven over on YouTube. A lot of writers, I think, feel female deaths are symbolic, quote, and more emotional than male deaths, which is stupid, IMO. I'm like,
Yeah.
well, the problem with that is that it's also those writers... Oh, thank you, sweetie. Those writers are typically male writers.
And it's also that the deaths are usually served to propel or somehow flesh out a male story. So it's not like we're focusing on the female for her death. We're like, oh, you know, like, for example, with Beverly's death, well, it upset Will. And it made Will feel a certain way. And Will was the one that, you know, then started changing his approach with Hannibal because he realized that this thing happened. So it's like, yeah, exactly.
Oh, did we lose you?
No, that was my fault.
Oh, okay.
And it's, where did you lose me, by the way? Where did I stop?
Oh, you just stopped like a few seconds ago.
Okay, so like you heard that it was like Will getting upset about Bev dying,
Yeah,
kind of thing, propelling his story,
Yeah.
et cetera. So I was saying that, like, it's the same as like how rape tends to be used, not, you know, to deal with like the woman and her trauma and what happened to her, but, you know, like it ends up being like a man wanting to exact revenge, and, you know, he's the one that's there for her and that kind of stuff. So it's not really focusing on her at all, and it's that's usually, like, I mean, obviously I'm all for, like, you know, anybody dying. Like, I don't care about people
Right.
not having plot armor or whatever, but it's like with Team Sassy Science, there's a very distinctive grouping there, and there's already so few women on the show. So it's like, I mean, you had all these other people to choose from, and she's also out of Team Sassy Science. The other two are white men. So it's kind of like, you've killed off, like, you know, somebody that has some representation there and was actually a very interesting character. And it was nice to actually see, like, you know, a woman in a science field and being very no-nonsense and not being sexualized and having a friendship with a character rather than a romantic one. And that kind of thing, you know, it's just, and it was like all these really great things, and it was like, oh, but now she's gone.
Yeah.
Back.
Hello.
They did at least replace her the next season, so to speak, with, I loved their casting for, Reba McClane.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
Oh, yes.
Without, you know, someone filling that role, because they also killed off, what's her name? Bella.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Oh, hello.
Dude, friend.
Bella's one of those characters that I remember seeing a
Treasure Goblin.
something on Tumblr the other day that kind of brought up something in my head that I'm just like, of all the characters in the show, you know, Bella's somebody that, even though she died, she actually survived Hannibal.
Yeah.
Like, she fucking slapped him. She met him on his level, even though she didn't necessarily know what he was. And she, like, talked back to him and everything, and he didn't, like, he just let her go. Like, he didn't, he
Right.
really liked her. He respected her, you know? So it was one of those,
Yeah.
really, it's kind of one of those interesting little things that, I mean,
Alana would have gotten away. Wouldn't have gotten away from him too. Like I don't 100% think she's gotten away from him. I think
Oh,
he
no,
is
no,
gonna
no.
get her
No.
eventually, and it's gonna
Yeah,
make everybody
no.
really mad.
I wish Devereaux's disease would fucking write her one angst fic. Because, you know, she normally writes crack. Like, that's her thing. Because she has a hard time taking something seriously. I think she's got, you know, whatever, like, that's how she copes or whatever. So,
Right? Yeah, I feel that.
yeah, so, you know, she tends to kind of, like, shy away from, like, she'll have the serious ideas and the angsty thing in her head, but she doesn't really want to commit to it, you know? But she has
Right.
this amazing, kind of post-fall angst fic that she's told me about at length, and it's like, it basically has a lot to do with that, like, you know, Hannibal's promise to Alana and how it affects his relationship to Will and stuff, and it's just, I really wish she would write it because it's really good. And I don't think I've seen anybody else write it quite that way, so I think it would be, like, you know, a nice addition to the archive.
Oh yeah, God, yeah. Nobody really wants to go there because there's a lot of, and I understand why this is the case in our kind of in our current society, but like why they really revere the fact that Margot and Alana survived.
Yes, no,
And it's like,
absolutely.
you know,
And I
yeah,
mean, like,
it does subvert barrier gaze, but
Yeah.
I'm sorry, they're in the Rolodex and they're gonna get
Yes.
theirs.
well, I don't think Margot's on the Rolodex.
I think I think you're gonna have to go through Margot.
I think
yeah.
it depends. But, I mean, this is probably why my two Marlana fics don't have a lot of notes. Just because of the way that I view their relationship is probably not very popular. Like,
Oh yeah, I mean, like I'm just curious because
yeah, which isn't to say, like, it's not that I don't think that like, I do think they love each other, but I think that their relationship is more like binding by trauma and convenience. And so I don't know that Margot would actually fight all that hard if, say, like, it meant between her son and Alana.
Oh yeah, no,
You know,
I feel you there.
Like, because, I mean, I think that there would be an appeal on Hannibal's part to be in Morgan's life somehow, just because of the connection to, you know, the Vergers and obviously their mental instability and
Sorry, I gotta go back to town.
Oh, I should check my bags. I'm still okay. I'll just go stand with Birdie.
Excuse the munchy noises.
Oh, no problem. I've been crunching on popcorn, so whatever.
Popcorn.
JT asked, why did I stand in the Molten Death? Because I suck at this game.
He also really, really likes it. It's pretty. It glows. And we need crispy duck sometime.
Yeah.
Tasty. Oh, Astercat, yeah, I get the zone out in Season 3, especially the first, like, honestly, the first half of Season 3, I just did not, I honestly didn't connect with the show until the Red Dragon plot arc. That was when I went, oh, I get it now. Like, it took me that long.
Oh, I actually really enjoyed Season 3. I don't know. But maybe it's because
I enjoyed it on the second watch. Like, once I knew what I was watching and knew what I was in for.
Yeah, that's fair. I can definitely, like, I mean, I definitely enjoyed the show that much more on the second watch in general, just because you end up catching more things. And of course, knowing what you know by the end of Season 3 and then going back to Season 1 is just one of those really great experiences.
Oh,
like,
God, the first watch back through of Season 1 was just, like, revelatory for me. That was when I was really actually a fan. I was just like, okay, I'm writing fic for this. This is something that's gonna happen. It was the first time I'd written fanfic in so long.
Yeah,
It was
this
that
is
and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
before Hannibal. The only fanfic that I had ever posted, like, and actually written to completion, was a Stardate SG-1 fic, and it was like maybe 800 words. I don't even think it, maybe a little more. I don't know. It was not very long.
It was the Matrix. That was my first one, and kind of the only one, really. That ever saw the light of day.
It saw the light enough.
Yeah, before that, I mean, I was mostly, like, writing original characters and role-playing with other people. for a very long time, which was related to the Sailor Moon fandom for the most part.
Where's Lawless when we need him?
Yeah, seriously. He
We've
is
got
like
a friend that's like super into Sailor Moon.
Oh yeah, you know that wand that Maz has been pictured with?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I had that
Yes.
wand. That was my birthday gift this year
Aw.
from David. So I was like, oh my god, he's holding my wand!
I want to say my first fandom that I wrote really bad fan fiction of was X-Men.
Good shit, good shit.
Like
Yeah.
A friend of mine, actually he was my friend in 7th grade, and I can actually say this, his name was Jeffrey Howell. He was the one that got me started into writing, and we wrote fan fiction all through high school, all through middle school and high school. But he had a heart condition of some kind, and like he passed away at, like, I want to say he was 23. Something like that, but I still have some of his old writings, and every so often I'll just go through it and go, wow. God, we were so young.
But it's nice to have a memory like that at any rate. I mean, like, you know, those kinds of like creative outlets and stuff are kind of, it's sort of like a piece of him that got left behind, right?
Yeah, like I can most definitely say if it was not for him, I would never have tried to write in the first place. If I can ever get,
There you go.
if I can ever get my book to where I could actually start sending it to agents and whatnot, like, I'm half tempted to dedicate the first one to him, because there will have to be more.
Oh, you totally should.
Indeed. Yeah, RP is, it's not easy to find a decent RP partner to write with. Like, the RP that I did when I was younger was different than what I look for now, because that was like, you know, I was like, I mean, I started really when I was like 14, 15 years old, but when I was like really kind of serious into it, it was like 19, 20 years old, and that's kind of, I was very isolated, and so it was sort of one of the ways that I was connecting to other people and how I was kind of having my relationships. So there was a kind of, you know, they were original characters with other people's original characters, so it's sort of like having like a mask on and really just kind of talking to that other person. Like, you have different layers and shades of yourself.
That sounds really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
I
so
wish I had had something like that.
it definitely, like, you know, it was a learning experience. It's not something that I would want now, because I do have relationships outside of that in my life, but what I do
Like us.
RP for, right? But what I RP for now is like, and specifically I RP Hanagram, is for like character study. Like I have one particular RP partner who's just like the most amazing person ever, because we're both like on the exact same page with it, like that we're both very interested in seeing like, you know, oh, what if Will went with Hannibal at that dinner when he gave him that chance? Or in season 1, like, what if he told him about the encephalitis sooner? Or, well, what if they were frickin' 16 and met online instead? Like, how could they enable each other that way? You know, like, and so we kind of play around with all these different scenarios and try to kind of get in the characters' heads and find their voices in these other what ifs. And so it's kind of like, it's not really about the relationship as far as, you know, we don't need it to be romantic or anything. It's just kind of like, how can they mess with each other? How can we torture them this
Especially
time?
those two, I mean, God.
Yeah, and because I mean, I have a couple of other people that I RP with, And in one case, it's like, it's not character study at all, it's just kind of like casual fun. And I mean, that's good too, like I enjoy that too, but it's definitely not like the same kind of depth. And then there's another one who's just, it's been frustrating because they don't really, they've seen the show, they know the character, but they put too much of themselves in the character. So it's like, you know, if they're playing Will, I'm not really getting Will, I'm getting somebody that looks like Will, but like, for example, I started a scenario where it was, again with season 2, because I just love season 2 dynamics, and it was basically, what if Will ended up telling Hannibal about Freddy himself? Like, what if that came up before all the other stuff? Yes. And, you know, that's what I brought up to her, and I was kind of like, that might be an interesting thing to explore. Okay, cool. Well, we had, we went back and forth. I think we had 8 turns when she just had Will go, oh, I killed Freddy. Or, sorry, I didn't kill Freddy. I faked it. And I'm just kind of like, okay, that literally, like, Hannibal didn't even ask. Like,
right.
Like, it just came up. Like, you basically just ruined a whole lot of RP possibilities. And I'm like, okay, fine, I'll try to salvage this, whatever. So then I was like, all right, so since, Will has come clean, it makes sense that Hannibal would now do so too. So I had him then, like, tell him about Abigail. And, I decided that he was going to take him to the Bluff House. And that's where he was keeping Abigail or whatever. And he, like, brings it up. And, I mean, I'm sure you would all imagine that Will would be fucking pissed. And would be like, okay, well, this is kind of a different sort of lie than what I just told, kind of thing. And, that there would be some anger and, fun conflict stuff to play around with or whatever. And it was just kind of like, oh, I can't believe you kept that from me. So, do you like me? And I'm just kind of like... like, just kind of automatically trying to bring up all this romantic stuff. And I'm like, that's not even where this was at. Like...
That's a shift. That's a hard shift.
That's a choice.
Yeah. So again, it's kind of like I'm missing out on all this interesting character study and exploration of, like, how this conflict would go with this particular divergence, right? And it's like, instead of getting, like, an actual interesting analysis, I'm just getting all like, oh yeah, so I guess, like, do you want to kiss me? And I'm just kind of like, that's not what we're doing. Yeah. And of course, every single time Hannibal asks a question, it's like, I don't know, what about you? I don't know, what about you? I don't know, what do you want? What do I want? Well, what do you want? And it's like, okay, it's Will. He's not going to defer to every fucking thing Hannibal asks. It's not going to always...
the opposite. I mean,
yeah.
God,
even to his own detriment, he would do the fucking opposite. He's the kind of guy that would be like, oh, don't eat that. What, this? Shit. You don't already eat this? And, like, starts fucking eating it. You know what I mean? Like...
Steven over on YouTube asked what my book was about. So, okay, let's see if I can do this blurb again.
Elevator pitch, go.
Yeah, elevator pitch. This takes place in a world kind of like ours, except that magic is real, but the technology is almost like ours as well. And so the story is that a retired military man turned bartender gets a message from his past concerning his estranged brother. What follows then is a series of... Oh, this is the problem with me gaming at the same time.
Yeah, I kept on dying because I'm, like, getting stuck.
Yeah, yeah, that's really mostly the problem. This is, like, the 3rd time that I've died, and, like, I'm apparently using too much brain power. so yeah, this main the main character, he's a bartender. He actually built his own bar from his from the what little he had saved up after he got out of the military, and he receives. I'm actually going to need a res, people. Yeah, I used up all of my revives. He gets contacted by people he used to serve with, and he keeps trying to say that, you know, this is not my life anymore. I've left for my own reasons, and something else ends up bringing back a lot of the reasons. Jesus, I keep dying. A lot of the reasons that he keeps that he left, including something to do with his estranged brother. It's not just about him, though. I tried to make sure that there were plenty of other characters in the story. I've got a bartender. She has figured out a way to do the I don't know if y'all have seen either Coyote Ugly or Cocktail.
I have seen Coyote Ugly.
Okay, where, you know, just the thing where you see how I died again.
Way to go.
Oh, I'm gonna have to go back to town soon. You know how some bartenders will do all those kinds of tricks with whenever they're trying to mix drinks? She's able to do it with magic.
Ooh.
The sort of gimmick with this world is that magic has been harnessed and is now being mass-produced. Because some people have an innate ability and some don't, and that's a separate storyline that I'm not going to get into just yet. But there is a government contractor that has a monopoly on mass-producing magic for the general population, and the first book that I'm writing has to deal with a certain experiment with said magic that went horribly wrong.
As it does.
And let's see, there's biker gangs, there's I have the head bouncer is a well, she does identify as female, but she also identifies as asexual. And the bartender, she's pansexual. 'Cause the problem is I'm having a hard time talking about it because I keep dying. But also,
that's the worst part.
But also, I'm in the middle of my third or fourth draft, and the story keeps changing. I apparently don't know what I want to write about yet, or I have too many ideas.
You'll find it. I definitely understand the whole, like, kind of changing things here and there, because, yeah, I mean, the ideas are one thing, but I feel like, you know, sometimes it's also that the world and the characters sort of take on a life of their own, and they start to kind of direct you against your will.
They totally do. Yep, I'm gonna go back to town. Bird, your mic is dropped off.
I was muted and trying to talk, no wonder.
Ah.
I'd muted it so that I wouldn't make chewing noises. One of the reasons I don't write, I don't ever do published works in progress is because inevitably in anything that's long, I always end up with a massive shift, like, about 2/3 of the way through.
Yeah,
like
that definitely
it's like,
happened to me with,
everything wants to change, and so I'm just like, yeah, no, I can't.
Yeah,
I
that
can't,
happened
that's why I can't do
actually.
the things.
It did happen to me with my Silent Hill fic, but I was able to salvage it, so I don't have to like scrap anything. I just kind of needed to sort of turn the pieces into different directions to make them fit, as it were. But I'm really glad. Go ahead.
I was gonna say my worst one is dealing with oh, which one was it? It was Whither Must I Wander, and that's the one where spoiler alert if you haven't read my fanfiction.
It rips your heart out, is what it does.
That's the one where I kill Will at the end, and I almost chickened out and almost didn't do it. And yeah, so that was a case.
Ruined my life.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You're not sorry. You're just saying it. It's just words.
A little bit sorry, because it ended up being not necessary. Because I was originally doing it because I was like, okay, well, Will is definitely not going to be in whatever vision of Fuller has of Silence of the Lambs. So I've got to kill him off so that we can have Clarice. And it's like, oh no, JK, he is actually going to be around. Like, oh, well, that kills that. Oops.
No, you killed it.
Yeah, apparently I killed it.
And now I got killed.
Oh no. I somehow managed to stay alive. Oh wait, nope, dying. No, I didn't die, I'm staying alive.
Crap.
How?
I think the other problem that I have with mine is that this was originally my very first, the first novel I finished in National Novel Writing Month, and like there was one point where the bouncer that I mentioned, she, I don't know why, I don't know if it was just societal programming that did this or what, but there was a particular situation that the group was in, and she did this self-sacrificing thing, and it was totally her decision. She had absolutely no regrets whatsoever, and I remember writing it, stopping, and I cried for 5 minutes.
He did, it was really cute.
And as soon as I got done, Birdie was like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "I think I'm okay now." And then...
Back to work, monkey.
Back to work, monkey, because I still had to meet my word count that day. But after going through it and everything, she's too cool of a character. And...
Hey guys, I just saw a thing that says server restarting for updates in 59
Yep.
minutes.
yeah. Okay, well, that just means we have 59 minutes.
It just restarts. Like, it literally just logs you out and you can log back in.
Ah. We hope.
Yeah.
I've never had an issue with it. Unless it's been, like, right after a major patch, and then it kind of happens a little more frequently, but...
My problem is usually... I'm sorry.
Oh, no, you can go ahead. It's...
My problem is it's on usually Saturdays when we're playing and everything, and all this, it's like at 7 p.m. I just lose connection. And, I have to go all the way, log all the way out, and then log all the way back in, and let me get my, my two-factor authentication thing going, and...
Yeah, no, it gets to be a pain in the ass. Mainly it's a lot of nonsense.
Well, Kat, we will be on for at least another hour. We will not blame you if you fall asleep. Sleep is good. I don't ever get enough of it. It's only because I'm an early person. I'm a weird, horrible, early morning person.
Yeah, my husband's like that too. I don't understand it.
Yeah, I don't understand it either. Weird alien people.
Yep.
It's not that I
This guy's
want
gonna kill
to be.
me.
No, you just are. It's okay. I don't judge you much.
Don't let him touch you. He will eat you and break your spine.
That's what we have minions for. Eek. Damn it. First he'll slobber on you.
Haha!
Woo! And yay, we're getting Death's Breath now.
Oh, about time.
And all the proper gems.
Oh, yay. Gems that actually do shit.
And like, there's that nice jump in the quality of gear now too.
Oh,
Because
wow,
once it
yeah.
hits 61, then it's like everything's suddenly better.
Suddenly and magically.
Whew.
Alright. I'm going back to town.
Whew.
Dum-de-dum.
Alright, let's go.
Here, have some loot.
The only other thing I wrote was recently. It was back when I was watching Supernatural. And, yeah. And I don't
Can't
know.
laugh too hard, I watched it too.
I don't know why, but I had this this really odd. I don't know. Maybe it was a pairing, but I had a thought of, well, I was also watching Doctor Who at the time, and this was when Matt Smith was the Doctor, and one of the gimmicks in that is that Rory kept dying. He would die all, and then he would just keep coming back. So I thought, wouldn't it be awesome if Rory and Death had a relationship of sorts?
A bromance.
Just chill with Death.
And it was like I was doing the thing of like every so often he would just, like, Death has his own bachelor pad, and every so often, like, Rory would just show up. Like the first time that he showed up, it was, oh, I wasn't quite expecting you. Yeah, I wasn't either. And then and like I think mid-sentence he disappears because he got brought back or something. And so that just tends to happen over and over again. And so every so often, Rory would just walk through the door. It's like, damn it, happen again. And Death's like, the drinks are in the fridge. And then I'm not gonna spoil. I don't want to spoil the end of the Amy Rory storyline, but it hit me really hard. And so I did, you know, well, what happens when Rory dies for the last time? And it got super emotional, and
You just love doing that to yourself, don't you?
I do.
It's cathartic, it's therapeutic.
Oh no, absolutely. That's why I torture the fuck out of my characters. Because apparently, that's my thing. I don't make myself cry, I just giggle with glee at making other characters cry. But then I'm emotionally clenched, I hear, so...
I can't really gripe, I killed Will Graham. I actually killed a puppy.
How could you?
Oh, I'm actually about. I think I'm about to commit a mortal sin of. So I want to do one more, and it might be a multi-chapter thing, like not super multi-chapter, but like, you know, maybe no more than like 4 chapters. But I want to do a dismount and finish up the photographer plot.
Oh, this is a good
everything.
one.
But the only thing I could think of is like I wanted to have him go after Will Graham, like, and leave a warning. And the only thing that I could think of to do was have him kill one of Will Graham's dogs. And I was like, the internet is gonna come for me.
Oh, that's even worse.
I know. I know. I feel really bad.
Would someone like to answer Kat's question?
What was Kat's question? Okay, does anyone actually have spontaneous?
Well, yes, but the thing about spontaneous sex is that you don't pay attention to those things. It's just quick.
Oh yeah, you don't pay attention.
Yeah, exactly. And then it's like, you know, kind of after the fact, you're like, oh, that was a thing this whole time.
If you, the spontaneous sex is gonna be like it is in porn, no. You have to go in with expectations that you're having sex with a real person.
Yeah. There are gonna be smells and sights and sounds that are none of them really all that sexy.
Which is why I actually really like having spontaneous sex with friends. Like that's the best kind. I think my personal
Because then you're just not
favorite-
worried about it.
You're not worried about it. Like
Yeah.
one of my favorites was a friend of mine from high school that I like had kind of had a thing for in high school, but we were both just way too awkward to do anything about it. But he so we ended up just like randomly hooking up, you know, some 20 years later. And everything, and it was just really funny because it was like, oh, well, we like already know each other's hang-ups. We've talked about this. We've been friends forever. Oh, we don't actually kill these. I got it.
Stop me if I'm wrong, but
You're wrong.
okay. But
Sorry, I think I'm hilarious.
it's.
You are hilarious.
Isn't it and I'm asking this because, like, I feel like I should be the token guy and ask the questions. Is it always considered just to be just a really good sign if there is the possibility of something being funny during sex, to the point where you're just like, okay, I just have to stop and laugh for a minute, and oh, don't.
Oh God, I fucking hope so.
Yeah, no, if you're not comfortable enough to find something funny, or to be able to like,
naked.
yeah, then it's just like, I mean, but why are you even here?
Like you're
definitely, you definitely need to be able to laugh at something.
I mean, you're together having a good time, and all of a sudden, well, I didn't notice I was gonna make that sound. Okay.
Yeah, no, that's what I was gonna say.
Oh yes, that
like,
makes that sound. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
there's always
That
like
one.
there's always a mishap, like, you know, knocking your head against a drawer, or, you know, your
Or the
husband
headboard.
knocking your
The
head against
headboard.
the drawer,
The
and then feeling
headboard.
really, really guilty and apologizing profusely, and you think it's funny. I mean, what? It's, yeah.
Oh, there was one where I kept saying that the fitted sheet on his bed kept wanting to pop up.
Oh
and,
my
like,
God.
Swallow me.
We have yet to come up with a cure for that.
Yeah, it happens at our house
Fitted
too.
sheets are
but
the
it was
fucking
really
worst.
funny. Because it would last like 3 thrusts and then it would pop up again.
Yeah, at that point, I just give up. I don't
Yeah.
have that patience.
I think that's what we did. I think I finally was just like, yeah, okay, well.
The bed does
phone
not
will
need to be
in your
made.
mattress.
I know this is telling of our relationship. I know that was me. Was that North Carolina as well?
No, this was before you and I were together.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this was before you and I got together.
Because I will say it has happened.
Oh yeah, it's happened with us too, and that's why I don't give a damn. I practice. We have an open marriage in case that is news to someone.
Wait, what?
Right?
I don't think I can be friends with you anymore.
Yeah,
I've been
whatever.
lied to.
Now I'm gonna say now we're best friends. All our dirty secrets.
Well done. Here is your reward.
Thank you,
New
Captain Drama
system
Pants.
has more bounties
Give
for
me
you.
my shit. Ooh. Pretty, 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 pretty. I got pretties.
Oh, I got a belt finally. What is this one?
I got none of the above, because apparently it's my turn to be duck. I mean, what?
Yes, this is
I
all
appreciate
true.
that you actually do find that funny.
Oh, it's hilarious.
Oh, finally the loot upgrade. Ugh.
Yeah, I didn't even look at. Oh my god.
Everything is terrible.
Did you look at what I got?
What'd you get?
Let's see if I can do this.
Insatiable belt. You begin
Topical.
to feel terribly.
I was just gonna say.
Hey, Addie, I've got a question.
Okay,
My
my body is ready.
If you equip a weapon that's not like a weapon for your class, like if I wanted to use not a scythe, do you take any penalties for that?
No.
Okay. Because the scythe I'm using, like, yeah.
Yeah, no, those just, like,
Bless
the
it.
thing with the scythes is, like, if they're not legendaries, it's really just cosmetic. And
Gotcha.
that's my understanding anyway. And then the legendaries end up having, like, class-specific weapons for class-specific passive things or whatever, like the orange text.
Gotcha.
And I will be right back. 1 sec.
Yeah, actually, I'm going to take a brief pause just to put up my plate for dinner, grab something to drink. So I'll be right back.
I'm making loot if anyone's curious. And failing at it miserably. Jesus. Give me good shit.
And I'm back.
And there was much rejoicing.
Kat, I'm sorry. It's most definitely not our intention to make you feel young. It's the intention to make me feel old.
And make me feel like a whore. It's okay, you still married me.
I asked and you said yes. That's
Yeah. You said yes.
we keep getting reminded by your parents. It's like, you made this choice. I'm like, yes, I know.
Well, it's because they keep reminding each other that the other one made the choice too. Which always makes me giggle. Bless them.
Okay, I wonder if I should take a look at my skills.
Your damage is like twice mine. I have to fix that.
Oh, yeah, I'm at like 111,000.
Yeah, I'm literally at half that.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, I don't know why.
I must
I
try
have trouble with
this in
damage on
another
this
place.
on this kind of character.
Let's see. Okay. Where the devil did my phone go to?
Who the devil are you?
Who the devil are you?
You have to practice that.
Yes, yes I do.
Oh, where
Alright.
to next?
Let's see.
Let's see. Let's do the high heavens.
Ooh. I'm gonna try
We
different.
don't have to build Diablo.
Use your health. I don't want to use my health.
Is it the precious?
Yeah, I'm trying to see what all different runes I've got here because hooray, new type of character. Increases damage dealt to enemies, also increases your movement.
Sorry about that, I'm back.
Oh, it's all good.
Yay. And there was much rejoicing.
It turns out my mom was up here with my husband. They were talking in the kitchen. I was hearing the murmurings through my headphones. Ah, Duck got burned to a crisp.
Yeah, I got burned. I got burned a lot.
Next time, Duck a la king. Is that a thing? I'm pretty sure that's a thing.
Yes, it is.
What is it?
Uh,
No, duck flambé is.
Duck a la king.
Yes.
There's a great Thai place that does a duck curry that's just it's just amazing.
Curry.
Ouch. This just seems like that hurt.
Yeah, the difficulty's probably going to feel a little higher right now because we've hit over 61.
All right.
But I think we're still like...
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, you hear that?
Oh no! What's the matter with the kitties?
That would be Foof being an asshole to Samus. Which they are under my feet now. God damn it.
Hi, Foof.
There's a
Evil
sad
bastard.
kitty. Oh shit! I didn't
Yeah,
think
she's
this
hiding.
thing. Oh shit!
She's hiding behind my subwoofer.
Oh shit!
That was a dad joke. David just came back and he heard me say something about the subwoofer. He goes, I thought Loki was a subwoofer.
Fired. He's
You
fired.
know, that's my dog. So. David's good at dad jokes.
Oh my team lead is notorious for having some really bad dad jokes.
Is this human Steve?
This is human Steve.
I so call him because he's an aggressively normal human being, and he makes me think of like if there that is that Tumblr post about what do you call it? Where it's like they're doing the sci-fi show with all the with all the
MST3K?
cast. Yeah, it's on MST3K. It was a Tumblr post about where it was like the ensemble cast. There was only one human. It was a human, and it was the aliens all out about taking care of the human. And they
You're
always
cutting
call them
out.
humans.
You're
Oh,
cutting out. Yeah, you're kind of fading in and out a little bit.
That's weird. Is that better?
Yeah, that's better.
Okay.
Yes.
So it's the post about where they were doing.
It was something like Farscape wasn't written exactly the right way, because if you got a ship with only one human on it, the conversations would be much different, or something like that.
Yeah, well, and it was the humans were there was only one human, and so it was like the token human, and all the aliens always called it Human Steve.
Yes.
And so that's why I call him Human Steve.
Yeah, it had things like, well, so we tried to warn Human Steve about this particular monster that we've got locked up in the cargo hold. Wait, you told him about that already? Yeah, why? I just saw him walk down to the cargo hold. He said it looked like something like a gigantic, what did he call it? Dog? But that thing has 6 sets of teeth and claws that can rip anyone to shreds. Yeah, he's trying to pet it.
Sounds about right.
Oh no, that thing's gonna kill him. No, actually, it just flopped over on its back. Is that normal?
Apparently, all it needed was belly scratches.
Exactly. Yeah, so that's why I call his boss Human Steve. And I'm totally gonna do it by accident the first time I meet him.
Oh my god, that's gonna be so hilarious.
And then I'm gonna have to explain it, and he's gonna think I'm a total fruit bat. Which I am.
That's okay.
Well, he's probably going to think that because you married me.
Well, I wasn't gonna say it.
Oh, no one is safe from the snark and sarcasm from him.
I just hope he knows I feed it back in kind.
Oh, that's exactly what he wants. It's like, you're gonna encourage him. I'm just glad he's, like... Well, I don't know. I think when we say aggressively normal, as in, like, he has a pickup truck, he
plays rugby.
Yeah, and,
He's like a dude that does dude things.
yeah.
He's a dude that does dude things. And no shaming it, it's just he's aggressively normal.
Yeah,
He doesn't go to Dragon Con like we do.
Yep. we've got a Comic Con type thing going on Saturday that we're going to.
Are you gonna go? I've been meaning to ask you. Are you gonna go to the Toronto Fest?
Me?
Yeah.
It's a lot of money just to get tickets. I mean, like,
that was why I didn't end up going, because I actually looked at it because I was like, okay, maybe I'll go and like harass you into either going with me or letting me sleep on your couch.
which would be totally
And I
cool.
looked at how much tickets were.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, no.
Yeah, I'm like, if the tickets were like half that cost, absolutely, I would be fucking all over that shit.
Dragon
But-
Con is not that expensive, and
I've never been to a convention where it's been remotely that expensive, and I've gone for entire weekends.
yeah.
Like, I've gotten weekend passes to Anime North, and we've gone to, like, fucking, what's it called? Anime Expo in Los Angeles, and,
Oh God, yeah.
you know, like, so I'm kind of like, this is like, what was it, like $150?
It was 165, which is how
Or-
much it
yeah.
costs to get a ticket to Dragon Con at the door. Like, it's
Yeah.
cheap. Yeah, I think it's like starts at $75 or $85 to get into Dragon Con if you look before like Halloween.
Like, when we go this year, we can actually buy our registration for the entire weekend for next year. And it's going to be something like $60, I think.
Yeah, much better to do it that way if you know you're going.
Yeah, we go every year. That's our family vacation.
Yeah, ours is YomaCon in Detroit. Because it's like literally right across the river, so we don't go for the whole weekend. We can just drive over the bridge or actually the tunnel, 'cause
Oh,
it's like right
nice.
off the tunnel, for the day and then end up having the border guards look at us weird when we're trying to claim a bunch of toys that we bought in costume without receipts.
Oh, right.
They get really judgy about that. They're just like, what do you mean you don't have receipts? And I'm like, they don't really give you receipts.
I apologize in advance for however loony it is this year. I bet it's loony.
Whew. Kablooey.
That's really weird and random.
Did
Wait.
the thing disappear?
I don't know.
Wait, what happened? I think I missed out on something.
The
No, we did our chest and we failed it, but like there was nothing there.
That's weird.
So something might have like clipped off screen or something.
Yeah, must have.
Maybe.
Because those guys teleport around.
Yeah, so that's probably what happened. Critical
Assholes.
error.
Yeah, I totally was gonna go and then just be like, so guess what? Guess what, Addie?
I am actually planning a trip up to like Niagara Falls and Toronto in February for the long weekend.
What
We're
long
gonna
weekend do
do-
you guys have coming up?
In February we have Family Day, which is specific to Ontario, and I think Alberta has it. Or do all the provinces have Family Day now?
We don't know
Yeah,
what
but
you're
they
talking.
have they're different days. I'm talking to my husband, sorry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a Canadian holiday at any
Your
rate.
weird Canadian holidays.
Yeah. And I mean, like,
So
people can
polite.
spend time with their family. Anyway, so yeah, we're planning on going there, and David's been making, like, a list of all the different filming locations for Hannibal in Toronto, like, the Burger House, and obviously Hannibal's house, and the office, or, like, the exteriors, and a few other places. Oh, the
God,
place
please take
where
pictures.
Chilton gets burned.
Yes!
So we're hoping to do that along with a wine tour. We're calling it Winecation.
Nice.
Nice. We're going to New York next year. Charlie's never been. Yeah.
Never.
He's never been. I've been like 6 times.
Yeah,
And
I've been a
but there's
few
like an
times.
entire enclave of Hannibals there, and I'm gonna go visit
Yeah, I
them.
know. Yeah, it wasn't a particularly great weekend for me to go because it was like, I mean, we went for our anniversary, and that was also where we went for our honeymoon, so we decided to make it like an every 5-year thing to go.
Aww.
Aww.
And so, you know, like I did meet up with some Hannibals, and like there was the first day we met for like a lunch with a couple of them, and then it, like the big dinner one was the one that kind of was ish, just because like it was the weekend like right when everybody got back from I think it was the London
Oh, behold the Red Dragon Con.
Yeah. So like some people couldn't make it, and people were pretty tired and broke, and you know, like, so it's kind of bad timing, I guess.
Right.
So like there wasn't really, because normally they'll like actually kind of do like a thing for part of the day, you know. So it's like in this case it was literally just dinner, and it was an awkward setup. Like I didn't really get to talk to most of them.
Oh, that's
So.
unfortunate.
Yeah.
What's her name? Did a really good job. Red 5 riding by.
Yeah.
I think is her.
Yeah, that's it.
She did
Yeah,
a really
she's-
nice one in Atlanta, like a meetup. That was really
Yeah.
fun.
She's the one that one of the ones that I met like at the dinner and at the other like the lunch that we went to, and Confused Kate was the other one.
Oh, gotta
And
go
then
back
like
to
at
sound.
the actual, yeah, at the actual dinner, it was like Winnowing Wind, Red 5. I think Kate wasn't able to make it that particular night. Radio silence, septimal shenanigans, and I forget the other ones. Like I forget her name and her blog name. Like I don't think I ever ended up getting her on my Tumblr.
I just want to see Winnowing Wind like in the flesh, just because I want to see if she really is one of those people that just runs around in caps lock all the time. Because like yeah,
Did we lose you?
did we lose Natty?
My fucking head. I need a new headset.
Is your cat chewing on it?
No, there's an issue with the cord or something. I need something replaced. I don't know. It's
You could always just blame the cat.
Yeah.
We'll do that. Anyway, what was I saying? I don't remember.
Speaking of cats, Kaylee is lying on the garment bag that we used to haul our costumes in for Dragon Con. Yes, I'm talking about you. Don't get up like you think you weren't lying there for 2 hours. Oh,
She's just creepy.
she was just shifting her position.
Well, of course she was.
She has to find a position to where she can judge me appropriately.
Well, yeah. It's a cat.
Oh, jeez, you're
I made friends.
there's just an acre of you fellas.
Oh wow, I totally zoned out. I'm like, where are you guys? There we go. But yes,
I'm over here
Winnowing Wind is
feeling-
definitely a very enthusiastic fanimal.
She just seems so excited
And
about
she's
everything.
very small.
Oh, 'cause she's small? Oh no.
Oh yeah, no, she's like 4 foot nothing, I swear. Like very, very
Oh,
tiny
I didn't
young
need to
woman.
know that. I already think she's the cutest human ever.
Yeah, it gets worse.
Oh god.
And I mean, it was kind of entertaining meeting her because I had my husband with me who is 6'5". So, of course. I get a bit of a contrast.
I might have to just like pick her up and just take her home with me. Be like, you're mine now. Congrats. I'll put you on the windowsill. She'll be like baby Groot.
She can go with your Hannibal collection there.
Yeah, there you go. I have the Wendigo, so
Put her next to the Funko Pops.
yeah, I have the Wendigo Funko Pop. So
Okay, what is happening to my screen? I'm guessing the server restart is doing some weird artifact things. Either that or our minions are taxing the server.
probably.
We have a lot of minions.
There's actually stories about that with what was it?
Holy shit! Well, let's just explode all of you fuckers.
Yep. I love large clusters of things to kill. Look at that. We've already killed 45 out of 70. Oh, no, almost 50 now. Like, all night we've been kind of dragging our asses with trying to get these freaking, like, numbers. And all of a sudden it's like, oh, we're almost done.
Now we can actually kill things again.
Does that mean we have to up the difficulty again?
No.
Dude, we
Okay.
don't have
Not
the
right now.
gear yet at this point. Because I think the next level would be Torment 1, no?
Oh god.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because we already did that once, and yeah, it was not a pleasant experience. No
were
fun was had by all.
We were not having a good day and we were not going to space today?
Yeah, we are not going to space
Nope.
today.
Oh, question for you, Bird. From
Oh, I see. Bird, have you ever had the weird urge to knit a tiny scarf or tiny hat for your Wendigo? Is that something that should happen? It totally is a thing that should happen.
I need my friend to make one for me.
I should totally do that.
Because I have
I
the
have
Wendigo.
itty bitty yarn too.
Okay.
Ooh, I got an orange weapon.
Arcane, I will ask you this one because it is your fault that we all started crocheting. Would it be better to knit or crochet for the Wendigo? Just out of a size thing.
I'm gonna guess knit. Crochet tends to be kind of bulky.
And knitting, you can still use thinner yarn and smaller needles to get like finer details. And crochet, you can kind of do that too. I mean, you can do like kind of lacy things with it. Just depends on what you're looking for. I just don't know how to do it.
So tiny because it would be for a Funko.
Well, because like there's somebody that I follow on Tumblr for like she does BJD stuff, and she does like little crocheted and knitted like shawls and things for the ball jointed dolls, which are about the size. Like some of them are a little bigger than the Hannibal doll, but they'll be around that size.
All right, back to town.
That would be some pretty
It'd be a thought.
special
They
butt floss.
actually have those.
Your new
I've seen it.
You're cutting out again, Bird.
Oh, am I? Oh, it was because it was loading.
Okay.
All the things. Ooh, pants.
Ooh, I got something. Not that it's probably going to be any good, but...
Ooh, pants. These do anything weird? Ooh, you no longer regenerate life. Yeah, no, thank you.
No. So yes, Kat, there is... Okay, so Ravelry.com is a fantastic place. You can, whenever you go into it looking for different patterns and everything, you can sort by whether it's yarn size or if you're using needles or hooks, and you can also sort by garment or project or whatever. And yes, there is underwear.
It's always a thing. It doesn't matter what you come up with. Somebody's already done it.
Right? That's the glory of the internet, though, that you can go and find it and do it yourself.
Mm-hmm. The thong is a thing. Excuse me while I'm pies.
Wow, we only have 2 left.
Uh-huh.
Well, it's gonna restart. We won't make it.
I'm gonna make it.
I'm gonna wreck
You're
it.
not on your speedrun character.
No.
Yeah, sadly, we are still leveling for the season, so I don't have anything else that I can help us with.
My essence is too low.
It would help if I was hitting the right button on the keyboard.
I keep trying to use WASD to walk.
Yeah, that's like one of those things that's always an adjustment.
I keep hitting 5 instead of 4, and I'm like, why aren't the corpses exploding?
My issue is that I keep on hitting escape instead of Q because my push to talk button is the tilde. So when I'm trying to heal myself, I'm like, shit, I'm in the menu. That's not what I wanted at all.
Jeez, I haven't even looked at what we've got to do for the chapters in this thing.
Oh no, I figure there's no point until you get to max level, because that's like when you can finally do all the things. Like there's some stuff that you can't access until you're level 70.
Yeah.
And some of the achievements are like you have to be level 70 and have a certain torment level or whatever, or difficulty level to defeat certain things and all that jazz. So yeah, just no point. So like we're already gonna have some of that stuff anyway, just as we go. So like all the bounties.
Yeah, like go kill this boss, go do this
Yeah.
number of bounties. We still need to do a Nephilim Rift. We still haven't done one of those.
Yeah. Which I was thinking we would do after we do bounties. Because mats!
Yes. Can never have enough mats.
Never.
Or mads?
That
Or
too.
meds. No, that's Arcane and Lawless.
But it's actually Mass Mickelson.
Mats. I have a hard time
Yeah.
speaking sometimes.
I do all the time. I just pretend. I was raised by Polish immigrants, so I have like weird accent things happening sometimes.
Oh yeah.
I actually have deliberately like altered the way I say certain words because I got made fun of for it when I was younger. Because I learned from my parents, and then, you know, other people are like, that's not how you say that word. These people are just rude.
Kids suck.
It's yeah.
None of that now. I heard that.
Oh shit.
Heard what?
Sounded like someone was yawning.
Oh, it was me.
Oh shit.
The Great Tavernous Yawn.
Oh god. Get away from me. Ah. Which is different to Birdie. Sometimes you just go, stop it.
Stop it.
Where's the last one? Oh. Wait. There it is.
There it
Okay.
is.
There it is. Whew. Oh shit. There's nobody there. I'm just exploding the corpses because they make a good sound. I don't know.
You just want to make a mess.
Gross.
No Arcane, they wouldn't fit all of his pills.
Yeah, I know. I've seen the amount of drugs he has to take. It's... yeah. We have friend with cystic fibrosis.
That is unfortunate for them.
He's one of the very lucky ones that they caught it very, like, they caught it in, I want to say he was barely a child when they caught it, and so he has had very excellent health care, and it wasn't too long ago that he celebrated beating the life expectancy that his doctor first gave him.
Nice.
And he also just recently officially got his master's degree. Like, I think
Also
it was
nice.
I think it was today or yesterday that it was that everything got processed and he officially has his degree.
He's officially Master Lawless.
Ah,
And he said we do have to call him Master.
If that's the
Sounds about
case,
right.
if that's the case, I'm getting him a laser screwdriver, and he has
Right.
to, yeah.
has a milder form of the mutation, but still the upkeep on him is pretty staggering.
Cat, I think they do that now, but I don't know for sure what they did back then.
They often test the parents for it if they can, or if there's a history of it in the family. I don't think there was a history of it in his family, which is why it didn't get caught. Because they usually catch it by, you know, what they call failure to thrive. And also like repeated lung infection. It's not something that really shows itself until about age 3 or 4. That's usually when you start seeing the symptoms. Because you start realizing, oh, they always are congested, always.
Hey, Bird, maybe we should pick up to Addie.
Oh.
Huh?
Where's Addie? Oh, we're dying.
Yeah.
Dying.
Apparently I'm doing the quest all by myself. Way to go.
I need a whoopee. No, I don't want that. No. I'm dying.
Well,
Where are my
stop it.
friends?
Okay, we're coming back to you.
I'm alone.
I'm coming back
I'm
to you.
alone in the universe.
I must wait.
I guess I can go too.
Give me my armor. There we go. Shit!
I must wait longer.
We're good at this.
Okay, I guess we should go to the next place now.
Yeah, which is also a really fun boss, Urzael, motherfucker.
Oh, great.
I don't want to kill Urzael. He's
Yeah,
a
we're
prick.
all gonna get smashed. Or lit on fire, either way.
Did I go to the wrong place?
No,
Okay.
I'm just dumb and I ended up interrupting my teleport and I didn't notice until, like, just now. Because I'm just like, okay, yeah, so, you know, teleporting, and then I'm like, why am I still here? I'm so quick.
Wow, 9 minutes. Do you think we can make it?
I think as long as Urzael's not too much of a dick, we might be able to finish this act, because we only have one more after this one.
Ah, right.
Depends on what the next one is. Kill Catherine Bats, it might be okay, it depends, yeah.
So in other words, leg it.
Yes, just fucking run!
I can do that.
Or wade through the fucking slow down
Ow.
shit. I like my nice, like, technical terms for these things.
Oh yeah, it's totally technical.
The slow down shit. Yes, I've been playing video games for X amount of years. I just don't know what I'm talking about.
Oh shit, did we make a wrong turn at Albuquerque?
Nope. I mean, we don't know until we see the fucking map get uncovered.
Let me go
so,
this way.
You know, the map may also be working against us.
Yep.
Yep.
Not this way. I don't think. Ah, shit. Go away.
Go away!
Nobody
I'm
likes
rubber banding.
Likes you.
Ah.
I'm just making a run for it now. Like, I'm not even trying to defend myself. Unless of course I get stuck. Oh my god, let me through. Let me through. There we go. Found him. Found him.
Yes. There we go. 7 minutes.
So now we still have to fight him.
My master.
Yeah, your master's a dick.
Yeah, just shut the fuck up. Eat bones! That sounded way cooler in my head.
Yeah.
Talking.
Yeah, your mother shall perish in flames. That also sounded cooler in my head.
Them's fighting words.
Do you want me to say what was in my head to make you feel better?
Sure.
I always hate it when he
Probably
goes.
the coolest.
I always hate it when he does the Kaioken thing because it just makes him worse to fight.
Yep.
Is that a Dragon Ball Z reference?
Yes.
I'm divorcing you.
Oh.
But it's Dragon Ball.
I just like to give him shit about Dragon Ball.
One of my prized possessions is my little Piccolo figure.
I have a Trunks coffee mug.
Nice. My coffee mug is Sailor Moon.
Oh no, there's 2 more.
Oh, Jesus.
Ah! Damn you, Paths of the Drowned! Oh no, it's the Perilous Cave! We're not gonna make it.
Nope.
Shut up!
Your husband or your cat?
My husband. Because I was yelling about the Perilous Cave and he's like, sounds perilous.
Well, can't we have just a little bit of peril?
No, it's unhealthy.
It's only a little bit of peril though.
No, it's too perilous.
5 minutes, no! We're so close, I want my mats!
No shit.
Yeah, of course, when we're trying to get through all the monsters, there's millions of them, but when we need 100 of them to kill, it's like, where are they? Oh.
So we're not gonna make it. We're not gonna make it. So that just means grab as much loot as possible.
Yeah. 4 minutes. Ah!
Oh, Bird, you're in the perilous cave. How you?
I just teleported to you.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I was like, I feel very lonely.
All right.
Okay.
Bye, JT. Thanks for sticking around.
Goodbye.
Bye.
And yes, I am updating for tomorrow.
Oh my god, this is painful. Where is all the frickin' monster shit? I don't even really know what skills I'm like using. I kind of never actually looked. I've just been pushing buttons this whole time.
Come on, George, jump. There you go.
Oh right, George is your zombie. Or
Yeah.
your golem.
Yeah, I have George. Did you name yours Nigel?
Oh, I call the gargantuan thing that the witch doctor has Nigel.
Ah,
Because
okay.
that's what Yahtzee calls it. Big lad named Nigel.
Oh my god, I'm gonna be so pissed if we don't at least make it with this one.
I think we're down to 2 minutes.
Yeah. And we still have to kill like
Change.
freaking 20 things.
Okay, I can't tell if the thunder is in the game or outside.
Hey Arcane, do you have a headache? Arcane is our resident barometer.
Good to have.
There we go.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go to the fucking perilous cave. 60 seconds. Go.
Oh, shit.
Speed run.
My Paragon points are
Ah,
not
crap.
here, so I'm so slow.
Nope. 30 seconds. Oh shit, can I at least get to that legendary drop? Ah, there we go. Ah. Oh, and I'm
10
dead! No!
Ha! I made it inside.
Oh! Oh! Oh dear. At least it didn't
It
kick
doesn't
us all the
kick you
way
out.
out.
Yeah, no, it doesn't kick us off completely.
Let's give it like 5 minutes so we can pop back in. Because I'd like to do a Nephilim Rift tonight.
Oh yeah.
Yes. We're at level 68, so actually we could maybe just go straight to a Nephilim Rift and probably hit 70 by the end.
That'd be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry about your head, Arcane. Sorry for making fun of you. If it makes you feel any better, I can feel it in mine too now that I think about it. I'm just not paying attention to it right now.
My ankle is hurting from it.
We actually really want to. We'll have to get like the sciencey types to help us do this, but we really ought to see if, like, with the various aches and pains and migraines that are present in our friend group, if we can actually function as a weather prediction device.
Yeah, during the day we're all spread out around town, and so if we're not able to get alerts on our phone, like someone will go, well, I just started getting a headache. It looks like we've got a storm coming in from this portion of the city.
Yeah, it's like, and it'll be like, well, wouldn't you look? I just went and looked at the radar, and yeah, there's a storm coming. There's a line of thunderstorms that's supposed to hit tonight. All right, I'm gonna try and load this in. And creating, thinking about it, maybe, possibly.
There we go.
Yay!
Oh, sweet. I actually did get to keep my stuff.
Oh, sweet. They sell tanks.
What have I got here? Ooh.
I need to sell a bunch of stuff before we go rifting.
Yeah. Also, probably a good time to bio break.
Yeah, buy a break.
Alright. Do that. Yeah, bio break.
let's see. What do I lack on the Siege journey? I need to kill Adria with relish. Gom.
Gom.
And I need to kill... And you need to do a Nephilim Rift. I was so pissed at what they did for Adria. Like, I was so mad at that plot line.
I'm trying to remember if I had feelings about that.
Like, I only had feelings about it because I kind of loved her in Diablo 1, where it was just like, she's the witch way out on the edge of town, and, like, you don't know if she's good or evil, and I, like, chose to believe that she was actually good. And so I felt super betrayed.
Yeah,
that
that's
she
fair.
turned out to be evil. Because that was my favorite thing about it, was, you know, there's evil, there's, like, the evil that they perceive as being evil, and then there's real evil. Like, under the church. And I just kind of liked that dichotomy. That, like, even, you know, literal Satan lives in the foundation of your chapel, but you still have time to be prejudiced against the witch. Okay.
Yeah.
Kaylee! What are you doing? You came to visit? Aww. Kaylee is very quiet. What you doing, Inara? My kitties are being quiet. Not like yours.
Okay, I'm back.
How is Satan, kitty? Speaking of which.
Ooh, Foofer?
Foofer.
Oh, he's by my feet. Nope, no, wait, that's Sam. It's just dark. Oh, he was in the litter box. Hi.
I hear it.
Yep. You want a popcorn? Come here. Come on. I know you want popcorn. Stop just staring at it. Come on.
I love it. It's Lucifer. The video you posted just made me so happy.
Oh, that like psychotic skittering thing he does?
Yes. I was so happy.
Yeah, no, he does that like pretty much every day, and as you saw in the little gif there, there's literally nothing on the table.
Right, he just goofy.
Yeah, he just psychos at it. Like, and he gets all like worked up and like gets all, you know, his eyes are big and he's all like fluffed up and starts like scratch, like he goes crazy. And I'm just like, I have no idea why. Like, there's nothing there.
That's really funny.
What? I didn't even know.
And he will do it, like, I've never been able to get a proper video of him doing it for extended periods of time. Like, the second that I get the phone out, then it's all, you know, he's all camera shy and self-conscious, and he just starts licking his ass.
That's enough.
So, you know, it's just...
Oh, shit. Can't have that. Can't have those bracers.
No, we do want those.
Oh, we do want them? Okay. All
Yes.
right. I'll keep them on then.
Extra XP
Yeah.
for the XP mill.
Are we, ready?
Oh, yeah.
I was born ready.
I achieved ready?
Maximum readiness.
Onward to victory.
Many Nephilim have stood
Onward to
by
Foof.
now, but few succeeded in overcoming the trial.
Lucifer.
He's such a bastard.
Well, I mean, you did name your cat Lucifer. I mean, I don't know what you were
did.
expecting.
I was expecting that it's just a name. He doesn't have to live up to it.
You're cute and naive.
Yeah. I mean, I learned the hard way, you know. I got it now.
It was like we've got a friend that named their dog, the disreputable dog's actual name, which is, you know, spoiler redacted. For anyone that's actually reading the series.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Oh, it's
the Old Kingdom series.
Old Kingdom series, that's right. And this girl makes a magical dog for herself, and it very quickly becomes apparent that the dog is much more than it actually appears to be.
She was very lonely and very cold, and she wanted a companion because she couldn't make friends with anybody else, and so she created one. And
as you do.
And the first thing that the dog says is, "I'm the disreputable dog, or the disreputable bitch, if you want to be technical. When are we going for a walk?" Cut to the next chapter, and the character's going, "I'm walking this dog."
It's a really good series if you ever want something to read, something interesting to read.
I can put it on my list.
It's very much in tone, kind of like the later Harry Potter books. It's a little dark. It's not quite as grim, but it's a little dark. Lots of necromancy. It's great fun.
Yay! Goblin.
Yep. Yeah, wasn't the story? You tell the story better about, like, when it was written. It was originally supposed to be.
Oh, it was originally supposed to be a children's, like a young adult series, sort of a competitor to Harry Potter, and it was published that way, and it scared the shit out of all the kids. Because it's pretty creepy, like it's zombies and all that business.
It scared the shit out of the kids, but the adults...
Oh yeah, their parents were like, what's scared the crap out of our kids? And then they ended up reading it and, like, falling in love.
Nice. Also, Dobby the cat, that is adorable. But see,
Yes.
my husband got to name our second cat, and that's why her name is Samus, so she just gets to be a morph ball.
Well, like you do.
Mm-hmm. And then I named my dog Loki, because obviously I hate myself.
Yeah, again, you see, you didn't learn your lesson with Lucifer, so...
Well, actually, I had Loki first, so it's him that I didn't learn on.
It's totally Loki's fault, then.
Yep. Which I would think is probably legit. I mean, depending on what story we're talking about.
Aster Cat, love your kitty for me. I'll always love it when you post pictures.
Don't say that!
My dog. But it did still often go very wrong in the early years. He ate a check, a $10 bill, and my favorite bra. And several, like $100 to $150 pairs of shoes.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah, and I mean, it would be like, okay, don't leave the shoes out. So I start putting them in the closet. Well, I forgot to close the closet door. Okay, so let's start closing the closet door. Well, he learns how to open them. So I'm like, all right, well, all my really expensive shoes, I'm gonna, like, lock up in my bedroom, and he won't be able to get into the bedroom because that, you know, has handles and things. Well, then there was a real estate agent, like, I was renting a house, and then I was leaving the house, so they had a real estate agent going through and showing it to people, and he left the bedroom door open.
Oh, jeez.
Of course he did.
So, yeah. It's funny though, because like now he doesn't go after shoes at all, but it was like there was a few years there where it was like fucking the best thing ever.
I know Kibbeth, Lawless's dog, has gotten a few pairs of his shoes.
Inara usually likes iPhone charger cables.
And headphone cables too.
Oh, headphone cables, yeah.
She's eaten a pair of my headphones before.
I've been pretty lucky that the electronics have been safe.
Don't say that.
I mean,
Well, I mean, Loki's almost 12, and then Lucifer's like, I think 8 or 9, and Samus is 4 or 3, somewhere around there. So I figure if they were going to start doing something like that, it would have happened by now.
That's fair.
I will say it's not just iPhone cables, because I have found them trying to chew through power cables before. It's just that the iPhone cables are usually the ones that die, because they're fierce predators.
They are fierce.
Yeah, they're catching those cables. They're saving your life.
Kaylee
They're
will
currently
eat
very
anything.
thirsty cables.
I mean, plastic bags, cardboard boxes. It's...
That shit's best.
Books. Loves to chew on the corners of books.
yeah.
Well, let's just not start on the iPhone conversation again. We had that a couple of weeks
Yeah,
back.
yeah,
Oh, yes.
yeah, okay. Yeah.
We covered that.
Though I will say they are fixing that problem.
Apparently. Doesn't fix the problem with the OS. But I said
Well.
we weren't going to talk about it.
We're not gonna talk about it. Ow.
Oh god, we've split up again.
Oh, that would be why we're like having trouble killing things.
Oh, where
Yeah.
are you people? I'm like, ooh, level 2.
You know, I'm...
And I'm going, yeah, like, things... I love how all of us, like, obviously don't even see what the frick... We're just like, doo-doo-doo. Because I didn't
Ooh,
realize you
flashy
weren't with me.
lights.
And then you didn't realize I wasn't with you.
We're good at this.
I'm just
Well,
like...
it also doesn't help that we all have like a sea of minions.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, I am like... I have a couple of fanable friends that we call ourselves Team Saltine.
I love it.
I am salty as fuck.
I admit I'm probably the least salty, but Hufflepuff, what can you do?
Oh, you get salty sometimes. It just takes the exact right topic, and you become like country ham.
Nom nom.
Salted duck.
If
Yes.
if something shakes me in just the right way, it I don't know.
Duck wrath is amazing.
Me, I get worked up about everything. Like, whether it's a positive thing or a negative thing, that's why the salt is so strong. Because my enthusiasm is also very high, but then it's like, if something bothers me, it's like, ah!
For me,
It bothers me to the maximum degree.
Yes.
For me, it depends. Like, the initial onset of something making me react in a very negative way, if it's really bad, I can't talk. Like, I get so angry that I can't form a sentence longer than 2 words. And it's usually, fuck you. But if it's something that simmers for a few weeks, I mean, I don't know where that salt comes from, but it's, I amaze myself when it happens.
I mean, he will get to the point where he is just over it, and it's really glorious to see.
Yeah, right now I'm salty about,
I died.
thing that...
Y'all
Yeah,
are
so did
all
I.
dying.
Yep. It's cool, it's cool. Yeah. Right now I've been salty about a particular kind of situation that I've had with somebody, and basically, if it like, I don't exactly know what happened, but if it is what I think it is, then it's like the more I think about it, the more angry I get.
Oh, I hate
yeah.
that.
So it's like I keep on like resisting the urge to like send nasty messages and stuff to be like, well, excuse you for this, but it's like I don't have any confirmation that that's what it was. So I don't want to end up making myself look like a dick and sending like, you know, something stupid like that, and then it's like, oh no, that's not actually at all what the issue was. So it's like, yeah. You know what I'm saying.
Oh yeah.
Places pulled from the deepest corners of their memories. Ours is a race of
Oh, apparently the leveling was a little slower than I thought. Oh well.
unless we temper it with skill. If you are to achieve your birthright, then conquer the rift.
Whatever. I don't know what that was that was speaking, but I don't care.
I got a convention of elements. Well, that's often the
got a
best
lot
in
of really
cube
nice
slot.
I did not.
No one's shocked. Sorry. I'm confessed. Yay.
No such thing as too much ice cream.
Who says something about too much ice cream? Oh.
Oh.
Oh, I feel that.
Okay.
Like, I ate too much ice cream. I'm guessing you have an ice cream headache. Yes. Arcane, bless me, Saint Alana, for I'm 1000% done. We very much adhere to the, there was a thing on Tumblr a long time ago that was, Alana Bloom as the patron saint of bisexuality.
I do recall seeing something about that.
Yeah, so no, it's like, you know, bless me, Saint Alana, for I'm 1000% done.
I approve. Shall we do another?
Sure.
Yes.
Let me.
Nope. We're doing it. The rift waits for no one.
Whatever. It's gonna wait for me to get my pants on.
Why
Make
do you
sure
need-
that Duck gets the pylon things so that we can
Yes.
get more
All right.
DCs.
Oh shit.
And
They don't-
preferably don't get killed by them.
They don't tell you that it lands right on your ass.
Where else would it land?
Ow.
That was pretty fabulous though, you gotta admit.
Yes, Cat, it is. I think I'm gonna have to go until, like... I can go until 10:30. At 10:30, I'm actually gonna have to go.
Well, I figured we can just finish off this rift and then
Yeah.
be done.
Yeah, because hopefully we'll make it to 70.
I don't know that we will, but we are almost level 69 now, so it's possible. It would be nice to hit 70 tonight.
Well, if not, there's always next week.
Yeah.
That is not possible.
Ooh, an amulet. Ah, it's just Squirt's necklace. Whatever, it's better for now.
That is not possible.
This is a level where I find that there's like a lot of damage disparities. Because it's just like your gear is so all over the place and you're continuously trying to upgrade.
Oh, so I should mention now before I forget, if anyone is interested, I am part of a group of game streamers that are associated with the website Not Your Mama's Gamer, and every so often we do fundraisers. They call it the Gaming for Good initiative. Last time, the first time that I took part with them, we raised I want to say we raised $500 for the ACLU. This time, coming up on Saturday, we're going to try to raise $1,000 for the Trevor Project. And there will be different people streaming all throughout the day. I mean, they're starting at midnight and ending at midnight. I'm going to be on 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. and 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. Central Time this Saturday. And I need to figure out what the hell I'm going to stream.
We can do some more Diablo, maybe.
Yeah, especially for that evening slot.
Yeah, I was gonna say in the evening I could probably be around, because during the day I'm gonna be at the convention, but when I get home, then yeah, I'll be available. I don't do things.
Except with us.
Well, yes, that's different.
Hey, Duck, what is Trevor Project?
The Trevor Project is a... I don't get me wrong. I don't wanna say the wrong thing, but I think it is a non-profit organization that gears towards making resources available for transgender people ages 16 to 23, I believe. And we've had this planned for a good while. To raise for the Trevor Project. I think with some of the things that have been happening in our current political climate, I think it's even more important. That's
a delicate way to put it. President Trump sucks. Hey, Canadian, do you want to weigh in on that? And by weigh in on that, can I come sleep on your couch?
Oh yeah, there have been a few times where I'm just kind of like, so how many people do I think that I can fit on my couch exactly? Cause
we're just gonna bring a tent and live in your backyard.
Yeah, just have like a little fanable refuge.
Yes.
We have Snake.
Cat. Yes, he does have Stardew Valley.
Oh yes, yes I do.
And so do I, and I'm addicted to it as fuck.
I could always start a new character. Those games, I love playing them. I am so, like, I always say I'm so bad at video games. I don't know why. It's just, I'm slow. That's my problem. I'm very slow at playing video games of that nature.
But you don't have an eye for optimization, or not necessarily an eye for it, but that's like not your priority. You just kind of want to.
Yeah, I was gonna say like everybody's kind of I'm like, oh my god, when I play, like if you ever watched me play Mass Effect Andromeda, holy fuck, that game took me so many hundreds of hours just for one playthrough. Part of that includes idle time, but like because I'll like keep it paused and then I'll be like, oh, I want to go take a bath, like. And I kind of forget to like not have it on, but like the thing is that I also explore every fucking nook and cranny. I want to see everything. I want to find all the things. I do all the stupid little menial tasks and side quests and even the collection shit, even though it bothers me or whatever. It's like I have that need to like just do all the things.
I'm with you
God,
on
you
that.
should never play Stardew Valley.
That's why those games are like simultaneously horrible and wonderful for me, because I want to do all those things, but it's like I will get that kind of hyper focus and not do all the other things I should be doing, like eating, and
yeah,
I can get myself lost in the sort of what's the word I'm looking for?
Just lost in the world and everything.
I guess, but like part of it is also chasing that reward feeling.
Oh yeah.
So it's like I have to stay away from like mobile games with like the microtransactions, for example.
Oh god. Yeah.
Because it's really easy to just, like set up your Visa and hit a button and then get more currency or whatever it is you need and like keep playing. And then, you want to get those shiny fancy things that they keep advertising and whatever, and it's like next thing you know, you've spent $500 on like the stupidest thing in the world. And it's like, I mean, you don't take it with you. You can't like put it on a mantle even and enjoy it. Like I have like figures and stuff.
Kat, to answer your question, I think you get 3 save slots in Stardew Valley.
No, you get more than that.
Really?
Oh, yeah, I've got
yeah.
like 5.
Yeah, you're right.
Because somehow I also managed to download one of Curtis's games.
Oh, no, that was with, in Steam, you can share your library with quote-unquote members of the family. And
Yeah, I've got a friend in Pennsylvania. Totally family.
And when you do that, you apparently, like, anything that is enabled for cloud storage, you get that as well.
Yep.
So, yeah, I've got some of Curtis's save games on my computer. I'm like, why do I have... Oh.
Yeah.
Hey, Duck, did you ever play This War of Mine? I mean, Bleak, but...
Yes, I did play it, and I am as good at that as I am with things like Darkest Dungeon, or...
those games are my jam.
Yeah, those are the, like, you have an amazing ability to, you know, like you said, optimization, what I call plate spinning.
Yeah, plate spinning. That one is a plate spinning game.
And I very much do not have the brain power for that. I'm very linear based. Like, if you give me an objective, I'm going to do my damnedest to get to that objective, and I'm really not going to mess with anything else until I get that one thing off my plate.
Oh yeah, and you can't do that with games like that.
No.
And I wouldn't say it's a smart thing, it's just, it's a mindset that, you know, it
Yeah,
all
no, some
has to...
people are good at multitasking and like doing a bunch of things at once, and other people need to kind of do things one at a time. That's just a difference in organizational skills, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And each one has its own benefit, right? Because
Yeah,
like,
I'm
I'm
definitely
definitely
not smarter than you.
Because I definitely can't, like, when I have a whole bunch of side quests, I want to do them all, and it's very easy to distract me from the main quest, for example. And so it's like,
Do you mean me playing Skyrim?
yeah, that.
Ask me if I finished that game. Ask me if I've done like more than about 3 quests in the main quest chain.
No, I actually have managed to finish that game because I found out that you're still able to play afterwards, so I was kind of like, oh, okay.
Oh, are you? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I should actually, like, you know, at some point save Tamriel.
Well, just because I do recommend getting at least a certain portion through the quest line, just because you get like better stuff for your shouts and all that.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but like, yeah, even so, like, the story is actually really interesting and has some cool twists in it and stuff. So, and yeah, you can continue to play however you want and however much you want afterwards. So if you don't finish, like, I think there's only a few side quests that might lock if you finish the game. I'm not sure. I don't even think that might even be the case.
I think I made it all the way to where you're gonna trap the dragon in the castle. That's as far as I've ever made it, which is actually a long way. That was my first playthrough, but it like I kept having like a weird bug that would sometimes freeze the game when I would try and do that quest, and I was just like, yeah, okay, never mind.
Yeah, I was replaying.
We're all just gonna suffer and die, but I'm gonna have lots of loot.
I was replaying it a little while back because I had all the DLC and I wanted to play the DLC. But I'm also... The base game is always kind of garbage. Like, as far as, you know, the way a lot of characters look and some of the available cosmetic things in general, and, like, some of the balances and the skills and stuff like that. So I tend to download a lot of, like, add-ons and things. Like, you know, there's different materials and better ways of leveling your blacksmithing and crap like that, and then, you know, like, just little cosmetic things. And the thing is that when you start to get a lot of add-ons, that tends to lock up the game sometimes, especially when they interfere with each other. And so I was pretty, like, invested in the way that my character was built and stuff, and, like, you know, almost everything she was wearing, like, all the stuff I crafted was crafted using these add-ons, and I had to end up, like, in order to make the game work again, because it kept on having this issue, I had to deactivate all these add-ons, and then I was, like, naked. I had nothing.
Oh no.
and I couldn't get it back because once, like, unless I went to a previous save with everything reactivated, like, and I wasn't sure what was causing the problem. So I just ended up getting too frustrated because that's when I start to get overwhelmed and I don't really know how to fix it properly, like, well enough to, you know, not want to just sit down and cry like a child. So I ended up kind of giving up for a while.
That's fair.
Oh shit, here's the Guardian.
Yes.
Here, Guardian. Agnadox? Is that one new?
Oops, I died.
I think
no,
so?
it isn't.
Oh.
Nope. This is a fire son of a bitch.
Another technical term.
Yep. What's the technical term?
We didn't quite make it to 70, but we're pretty damn close.
Close enough.
I
Oh
guess
yeah, Astrocat. They are gonna do Stardew Valley multiplayer, but I don't think it's coming out till next year.
Oh my. Did I get? No, I didn't get anything like that.
Cursed Scythe Rune now has a 100% chance to apply. Oh, interesting. Trag'Ul's Corroded Fang.
That's a nice one.
I got nothing again.
Nothing?
Nothing.
I got a two-hand with dexterity on it. The fuck?
Why?
That's a good question.
Oh wait.
What is that like? Trag'Ul's Corroded Fang. It whispers your name from realms beyond. Yeah, I'm sure. Okay.
Yeah, Trag'Ul's Corroded Fang has that nice passive on it with the cursing.
Well, I mean, I don't need a passive to curse. Curse.
No, it took me a second there.
Am I good to close?
Oh yeah, go for
Yeah.
it.
You have proven your
Yay! I've proven myself. Have to be at the temple of such and such to prove your worth.
Okay, it's 10:30, and I'm hoping that I'm not gonna have a very long day tomorrow, but yeah. So yeah, I think I'm gonna end it here. Because otherwise I'm gonna fall over, and while it would be hilarious to see me play while asleep, that would be a Diablo 2 night instead.
Right, exactly.
Dare I make the obvious joke that it might be an improvement?
Oh,
Burned again.
snap!
I'm sorry, I had to do it.
Yeah, that's the rule. If you open the door, someone has to escort you through the door.
And that's Addie's job.
Apparently. That's what I signed up for. It goes along with the salt.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, I think it's time to sign off. Again, if anyone is interested in catching me Saturday morning at 8 a.m., please keep me awake. Who am I talking about? I'll actually be awake. And we'll play some more D3 on that night, because why not? I mean...
Yeah.
That sounds good to me.
So...
Alrighty. Everybody have a good night.
Indeed.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.